No, they need more team-wide heal.
We are here. It's me, fucker. And I'm gonna let everyone else introduce themselves. Go ahead.
What up, ballers?
What up?
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, everyone?
We are here in the house.
All right, I'm hosting, but I'm gonna let Goresh be Mr. Actual Host. He does it so much better than me. Go ahead.
What?
Yeah, sorry.
Thrown under the bus.
Mr. Knight of the Round Table. I'm gonna let him handle this.
Okay. Well, I guess this week we don't have to break up Global and JP because it's the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah, there's
actually,
only
there's
one or
some monstrous differences, right? Whew.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of like well, I guess not even that's different. not even that's the same.
Hashtag global shafted.
We'll get to that at some point. So just the Bardock, I guess we'll start with. The summonable Bardock. Has everybody had a chance to use him that plays Dokkan here?
I use him as a friend. Yeah, he's pretty good.
He's probably my
He's
favorite unit right now.
He kicks ass. I do think he is comparable to Beerus and Cooler. For real. He's that good, for sure.
It took me a lot of stones to get him, but I'm happy I got him.
I'm curious.
Oh my
when you say a
God.
lot of stones, I'm just curious what the number is.
I shouldn't say it because Gresh is going to hit me.
Yeah, a lot of stones.
A lot of stones. I have different meetings for everybody here.
Yeah. The best story I'll ever have is like, yeah, LR Rose Goku Black. I actually did pretty good on him, even though I didn't get copy 1 until 4,000 in.
It's all about the average, right? How much it took on average.
This is true.
So I just used Bardock for the first time earlier today. I have mine fully. Well, I'm not going to spoil, but I have mine at a pretty good spot in the dupe system at this point.
You tweeted
and...
it, so you can't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil unless you look at my Twitter.
Okay.
That Twitter plug.
So yeah, I mean, he's definitely a lot better in like longer events, more so than like Super Battle Road. So I don't think he's going to technically be the best in like the Extreme Super Battle Road. He's definitely not going to be as good as someone like Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku, or like even like LR Gohan's probably better than him. Who else? Let me just look at Super AGL. I would even say, let me pull up the list.
Well, yeah, I mean, if we're talking Super AGL units, yeah, I'd say Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Gohan, and Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku are all better. Like,
And Vegito too.
Super top tier summonable LRs, right?
Yeah, I mean even Gogeta's probably better in Super Battle Road than him.
Wait, Gogeta who? The blue Gogeta?
Blue Gogeta. Yeah.
Is he?
I mean,
Yeah.
how
I mean,
often...
it's arguable. You can say that.
Okay, because in the second fight, you can get Frieza. That's the only... No, and in the third fight,
Oh,
you get
you're
Cooler.
right. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can get a Wicked Blood. You get Wicked Bloodline in the second fight. Yeah.
And
You can get Cooler in the third fight, right?
Yeah, Cooler's in the third one, yep.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Whoa.
if he transforms...
Not all the time. It's
Yeah.
it's random.
Yeah, the third one could be Turles, Android 13, or Cooler. One of the three.
I'm just thinking because if you transform immediately, his defense isn't that good. What is like 100% defense?
On the
Yeah, you
new
need
Super
to-
Battle Roads, no, it's gonna be garbage on the.
Yeah, no, I'm saying because when
transform.
Bardock transforms, he gets 100% defense. That's it, right? And then he gets one raise on super attack.
Even furthermore, they scaled the events in Extreme Super Battle Road. So, for example, Super AGL is insane. Like, that's how they balanced it. They made the enemies in the Super AGL stage beyond belief.
God, Super AGL is easily the hardest of the Super ones. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
I wish I
again,
knew
I
that.
haven't tested him yet in Super Battle Road, but I've done Goku event and Dragon Ball History, and he just obviously dominates there. So, personally, I would have preferred if his base form was a support unit that also stacked defense. So he could have been like Future Gohan with an active skill instead of Force Transformation, and then also stacking defense. I think that would have been a lot better for just his team. His team is not the best, but it's not bad.
100%.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If we're talking about his team specifically, I actually am pretty high on his team. I think both categories together, that team is quite good actually. People, because I mean, don't worry, we got a lot to talk about with that category of revenge. But
Yeah.
Outside of how bad they treated it, it's actually still very good. Like, people are just like, oh, the category sucks. No, this category is actually still very good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just I don't like how they
It's not complete.
structured
Yes,
it.
not
Yeah.
complete. Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, like who do you run with him? Like LR Broly, like Tech Broly, like who else do you use? Like Super Saiyan 3 Bardock obviously worked well with him.
Yeah. So okay, you toss Turles on there, right? And then usually I like doing Great Ape Tora as well. And then from that point, you could do pretty much anything you want, because both of them are 3 key. And that Tora, by the way, I think could easy A in like 4 days. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean
All the great
possibly.
apes, yeah.
I think the biggest thing about Bardock's leader skill is the fact that he gives 4 key,
Yes.
and that's really
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, that's really helpful. That's
Actually makes a big difference, especially if you want to run somebody like LR Int Cell, like he's on the
Yeah.
category, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like even people who don't link up well with the rest of the units, like they're still getting 2 extra key just for being on the team.
Wait, just out of curiosity, who else? Is it only Piccolo, physical Piccolo, that gives 4 key as a TUR?
As a TUR.
Dokkan Fest. Dokkan Fest TUR, I mean. Of course, all the support units get 4 key, but I'm saying like a Dokkan Fest TUR.
Well, because there's
It's
several LRs that do it, right? Like Cell and Goku Junction Pan, but TUR, I can't.
Talking
In
about
terms of the TUR, I think it's Bardock, and then I'm checking Piccolo here in a second.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Piccolo does give 4, but it's only to the Namekians, where the,
Oh,
Is it
the
only
rivals
to-
category
it's
gets
only to
3.
the Namekians?
Okay, that's
yeah.
right. I remember he gave
Yeah.
4. I just forgot to who. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is super helpful, especially when you're running LRs on that team.
I mean,
And
the anniversary Goku gives 5, right?
Oh yes, of course.
OP. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I don't know if you want to compare Bardock to Cooler or Beerus, because I know a lot of people are thinking they're like the best right now. I guess if you're not counting Easy A's, because I think Vegeta Blue is better than everyone.
I kind of think like if we did it in sort of like tiers, right? So like if we said like that's like Z tier for like TURs, like not including ECAs, because I do feel like that's kind of important to kind of separate them. But like, I think it's Bardock, Beerus, and Cooler are all in sort of that top tier. But I do think Cooler and Beerus are a little bit better. That's kind of the way I see it now.
Definitely. I don't think Bardock is in the same. Well, I guess he is in the same league as those two, but I would put those two above him.
I put him in more of like a S plus for the Bardock, and then Z would be just right above that. Which would be
Who
Beerus
else
and
would you
Cooler.
put in there? So if you say S plus, who else is in there with him?
So let's see.
Are we counting Easy A's or no? Just regular.
No, because easy
just
like
standard
yeah.
Dokkan Fest
it gets real
TURs.
tricky then.
Okay, yeah. If we start counting, if you start including Easy is, and like it's pretty crazy right
I'll
there.
put Piccolo up there for sure.
I put Piccolo up there. I would put the Tech Trunks. I'd put up in there, maybe around S. I mean, S. When you start getting S plus and S, I can always go all over the place.
I think Future Gohan fits in there as well.
Yep.
Future Gohan, yeah. AGL Zamas, probably SSJ2 Goku and Vegeta, the Tech and the Int ones.
Yep.
That came New Year's.
Oh, that
Put them in there.
Vegeta. I was telling people it was going to be an issue, him going from Super to Extreme, and it sure
Yeah,
is.
you can't run him in the Extreme Super Battle Road.
Yep.
Tech stage.
Literally the most difficult event in the game. So basically what we want to use units in right now, and that Vegeta is worthless in there. Sucks.
Yep.
I put Super Saiyan 3 Broly up there. He's really good.
Totally. Based on the stream yesterday, Goresh, right?
Yeah, no, for real though, I would actually put Whis up there. I think.
Whis is pretty
yep.
good,
Yeah, I mean,
Whis is good.
we go into Extreme Super Battle Road and use him compared to any other unit in the game, and oh yeah.
Yeah, Supreme Kai Time probably fits in there somewhere. I don't know. Like those are the top ones.
She is.
I mean,
she might be
she's
my
really good
favorite
at support. Yeah.
support in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I call it best. Probably call it best support in the game.
Maybe. Oh, actually, no, he's an easy A. Never mind. I was gonna say Omega, but no, it's an easy A.
But it's because he got.
Omega is a
Disney,
beast.
he's
Omega
like
is the beast, though. There.
Okay.
I
mean, the one thing I will say about Bardock is I'm really happy that he's doing justice to the low class warrior team because that team
Yeah.
really sucked big time before this guy came out. Because the fact was they didn't have a leader, right? Their leader was Raditz. I think he
Yeah,
was like the only leader
40%.
for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
terrible.
God.
And I mean, even furthermore, they only had Turles, Kid Goku, LR Bardock, and Great Ape Tor as good units. The rest were fodder. Complete trash.
Yeah, and then like something strange too is like why did they just replace LR Bardock with another Bardock that's like probably
Well,
better than LR Bardock, but like he's not like head and shoulders better than.
They
LR
were gonna
Bardock,
do
I
it
don't think.
eventually, and it's like they need to start getting people ready for it because like Majin Vegeta is probably gonna get a straight up Majin Vegeta replacement. It's gonna happen with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan as well. I'm almost positive. We're gonna get a Bojack and Gohan dual Dokkan Festival because like we just got Android 13. Like we've got Turles. Like they're gonna do all those main movie villains, right? Like once you get to the later movies, the villains are I think a lot more exciting than the earlier movie villains for DBZ. That's probably why Garlic Jr. is not in there and Dr. Willow and shit like that.
Yeah, but I will say also,
I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. Forget about Garlic Jr. The best thing you're probably gonna get for him is some kind of random free-to-play unit. You're never gonna get a Dokkan Fest unit for him.
Well, okay, you're not going to get a Dokkan Fest, but they could do what they did for Slug for any of those units. Like, they release, I don't know, LR Evolution Blue Vegeta. Oh, shit. But then randomly, the, second movie, World's Strongest event comes out with Dr. Willow and Dr. Cochin summonable on that banner with Vegeta. Because that's what they did with LR Bardock and Slug. They could do that again. And LR Bardock got top grossing. Slug, you could say Lord Slug's banner got top grossing, right? He got top grossing.
And then technically you'd still be right.
the thing too with Bardock, like I think LR Bardock is still better for Super Battle Road probably than the new one. Did you agree with that, everyone here?
Well,
Um,
Well, I'm saying if they come out with like a new category version and you have to choose one or the other to run, I think I would choose the physical one.
It
does seal.
depends because Bardock, AGL Bardock, his defense gets very high very fast. Like after one turn, he can be near 150k defense. And LR Bardock, I don't think gets that high.
Nothing in Extreme.
He gets pretty high. Like if you run him, I mean, I was watching somebody play the super physical stage, and they were running the was it the support like Super Saiyan 2 Goku or something, and that Bardock got to like 160 or something, 170k defense. It was really good.
Okay, all right. Because I know
I
he
haven't
gets
run this physical stage yet, so I haven't thought about it.
he gets extra. I did use him when I beat that stage, but he does get extra defense against multiple enemies. So that does, help. And then he seals on 18 key, so he is good for Super Battle, no doubt about that.
Okay, I think that pretty much covers everything about Bardock. Anybody want to say anything else about him? I don't know. To me, like he's really good, but I don't know. I'm just I'm worried. Like, are they gonna start replacing like other LRs too? Like, let's take a look at the
Yes.
LRs. Like,
We're
we're gonna eventually.
Yes, they are. That's absolutely gonna happen.
Can we quote you truth?
Yes, I mean they already did it. What do you mean? They've done it. You think they're not gonna do it again? And
No.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan 2 Gohan will sell. Like, that's going to happen. Like, he's going to be, Gohan in his father's outfit from the BoJack movie. That will sell like crazy. Period. So, like, that's going to come.
I don't like that Gohan.
All right, relax.
Yep.
Come on, what are you talking about?
D3 needs to talk to you.
I would argue that that's the best DBZ movie because Gohan, to me, is like the coolest he's ever been against BoJack. Like BoJack like rushes at him and Gohan just like smirks. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he just blows through him. Like that, it's insane. Like I know Gogeta like it's so badass, right? But like Gohan, I don't know. It's neck and neck for me. Gogeta versus Gohan badassness in the DBZ movies.
I don't know. Garlic Jr.'s up there.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All memes aside, I actually would be super excited for Garlic Jr. because he could be like a defensive wall or like a unit that would heal like crazy or something like that. Garlic Jr. could be really good.
Yeah, I mean he's literally Zamasu, right?
Yeah.
That's like his gimmick.
And
You
like the
guys
dead
think-
zone, could be like an active skill or something like that. Like he could be very interesting. And don't forget the filler arc too. Like there's a lot of Garlic Jr. stuff they gotta add, man. The filler arc, actually, he would be revived warriors for both of them, huh? Or maybe only the returning one, because the first one he just shows up. it's his father who's sealed away. Then for the arc, he comes back out. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he could be. I mean, he would be on, like, what, movie bosses? And
Seekers of the
Resurrected
Dragon
Warriors?
Ball,
That's it?
which would be important as
Yep.
well.
Oh, yeah.
So hey, Garlic Jr., he fulfills a need, man. We need him.
Yeah, just make him utility. Heals, lower attack defense on enemies, stuff like that. Whatever. Just make him utility unit, and he would definitely be used a lot.
Love it.
All right, next we have Team Bardock cards. I think first of all, before we talk about that, what do you guys feel about the AGL one not being on the category?
I guess it technically makes sense because that's from the Chilled movie, so it's after Planet Vegeta is gone. So I get it from that perspective. Because is it just the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock's not on the Bardock team category either, right?
Basically, any
Obviously.
version of Bardock after that DBZ special is not on there. So like any of them,
Got it.
Mass
Okay.
Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2.
So I get it. I like, again, chronologically or whatever you want to call it. But this isn't a PvP game. I don't think anyone would have complained if those Bardocks were on Team Bardock. Right? I don't think anyone would have complained if they had been included.
I find it weird. I think it's a little inaccurate because I mean it's called Team Bardock. It's his team. Why would he not be on his own team? I know that I guess they excluded him in those moments because we don't see the other members of Team Bardock, but how does that not place him in his own team still? It is a little weird to me.
I agree because okay, so like the whole thing with the Chilled special or whatever, right? Is like Frieza blows up the planet Vegeta, but somehow Bardock gets tossed through time instead, right? But it's still that same Bardock. Like he wakes up right after being blown away by Frieza, and he's there, so he's still the Bardock that has that bond with all of them. So I would argue that any Bardock from that Chilled special should be on there, but then like Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Mass Saiyan, they don't need to be on there. But that Super Saiyan 1 Bardock from that special probably should be on there for sure.
Yeah, it seems a little weird to me. At least to me. I don't know. You could make the case for either or depending on how you want to see it, but it's Team Bardock. It's his own team that he made. For him, the person who made the team to not be there is a little odd to me.
Yeah.
There are Bardocks with the Team Bardock link that are not on the category. I mean, to me, it's like, if the category is already so restricted, like, why would you go out of your way to make it even more restricted? It's like if the Ginyu Force, like, excluded some members of the Ginyu Force on there. Like, I don't. It's like if Captain Ginyu, like Frog, became a card and he wasn't on the Ginyu Force category.
Or a better example is Ginyu from Dragon Ball Super when he takes over Tagoma. Will he be on the category? Yeah. That would be stupid if he wasn't.
That's the same thing that happened here.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, the only reason I can see them excluding him was just for quote unquote balance. Because if you take him plus the team, the Int LR Team Bardock as a support unit, that AGO Bardock would be hitting stupid numbers.
I saw some people say
again, I mean, I'm not saying it's a good reason. I could say that is a reason. It's still a terrible reason, but that's what I'm saying is could be a justification for it.
To me, like, even with that LR Bardock attached at his hip, he's not better than Cooler and Beerus. So, like, that's not that. If that's the reason, I'll be pissed. Like, if that was their reason for not doing it, stupid.
Just chalk it up to Akatsuki logic when it comes to their team making for whatever reason,
listen, all Akatsuki. Here's what we need to do, fellas. If y'all are gonna make these categories, you have to actually have watched the series or read the manga. One of the two. All right, it's very simple.
So long as Realm of Gods exists, that category, I don't think the argument that it would be too strong is valid because with that category existing, you can't.
They dropped 4 summonable LRs in 4 months. Like, come on.
Yeah, the new Rose LR just hits crazy, so it doesn't. I don't think it's a valid argument.
No. Anytime someone tries to validate it by, it's by balance reasons or this, and it's just like, guys. No, that's not the case at all.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I agree with you guys. Just saying, like, I could see that being used as an argument. I don't think it's like valid whatsoever, but I could see that being an argument. That's it.
The good news is they did recently add some units to categories they properly should have been on, like Kid Goku, Demon King Piccolo, 21, right, got added to Peppy Gals, all good stuff. So I feel as though, like, if they heard the complaining enough, they probably would amend some of these categories. I mean, me personally, I'm tired of it. Kefla, Vegito, and Gogeta, just put them on. Pure Saiyans, just do it. Listen, Pure Saiyans, I think Pure Saiyans is the best team right now. I do think it's better than Realm of Gods, but no one runs the team, even though it's the biggest category. Just toss them on there. It doesn't matter.
I think one of the reasons why people don't run the team is because the leaders aren't, like, I don't think people like running the leaders of the team.
Yeah.
It's up to the team itself. I just think, like, if they made, like, if UI Goku came out and he was, like, a pure Saiyan leader, then people would run it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Super Saiyan Blue evolution, the Super Saiyan Blue that transforms, I mean, he was fine for when he first came out. And I'm talking leader skill here.
Yep.
He's been, he was fine. He did the job. You could take him in. You can take him as a double lead. You can beat the Super Battle stage if you need to. But just I think as these other leaders have come out, Pure Saiyans has just not really, I think piqued people's interest in terms of what they do for the category itself. Especially when we've had this kind of change of leaders where they're support units before transforming. They transform into crazy powerhouses, or they really meld really well with the team together. And so I think that's those are some other reasons right there probably that people just don't run the Pure Saiyans category anymore.
Okay. Do you guys want to talk about the free Team Bardock cards? I mean, honestly, we haven't had a chance to test the team out yet because they're not all out yet.
Yeah, they're not out yet, so I can't really say much on them.
Yeah, you guys think it's the best one? I don't know. Like,
that's easy. Tora. I mean, he's not out yet, but it's definitely Tora. Tora's.
Oh yeah, he raises attack and defense on the super attack, and then he gets attack and defense boost if I remember correctly.
Okay, so he stacks attack and defense, and then all allies key to and 30% attack and defense, and he recovers 10% HP under 70% if there's 5 low-class warrior allies on the team. But like, if you're using the team, you have 2 Bardocks on there already. You toss this Tora on there, toss Great Ape Tora on there, and like you're good. Boom. And the other thing too that we got to talk about is. It seems weird because of how good all 5 of these units already are, but their leader skills seem to imply that they're about to get an EZA. The category 2 key and 50%. Those always bump up to 3 key and 77%.
Yeah. Wait, well, what was the Ginyu Force? Every one of the Ginyu Forces.
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm checking that right now. Hang on.
Because aren't they 2 key 50?
As of right now, they are type key 2, stats up 30%.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
The thing is, like, I would agree with you just based on everything else. Every 2 key 50% lead usually gets 3 key 77. I think that's what you were going with. But then why didn't the Ginyu? Like, I can see that happening, but in my mind, on the other hand, it's like, why didn't
because it's a different era, right? Like, I'm saying I think they would do that with the Ginyu Force too, eventually, because the Ginyu Force category is dead. Like, they got to do something for it, right? But like, that's the thing. Like, okay, so people were freaking out because there's no EZA announced for this celebration, but like, there was an EZA for Saiyan Day last year. They're not gonna not have a celebration EZA in the celebration. So I think they could do an EZA area for these Bardock units. They could do a traditional EZA for Mass Saiyan plus the Super Saiyan Bardocks, or they could do an EZA for all the Great Ape Team Bardock. I think one of those 3 will happen for sure.
Oh no, I agree with you. I'm more leaning towards the Super Saiyan Bardocks and the Mass Saiyan, just because that would be a traditional EZA and everyone loves those. I mean, who doesn't? Yeah. But yeah, because we kind of need. I won't say we need one, but it'd be nice to have the Mass Saiyan EZA and then all the other Super Saiyan Bardocks, which all those aren't on. It's the Super Saiyan 2 that's not on the Team Bardock, right?
All the Super Saiyan versions are not on Team Bardock.
Oh, okay.
But they're all on Revenge, so they're all on Bardock's team. And the physical Super Saiyan Bardock is AGL Bardock's best friend. So like, you give him a buff, and AGL Bardock gets a lot better.
Yeah, the only reason
inherently.
why it matters that they're not on that team is because they can't get buffed from the LR. Well, they get half the passive, right? Not the full passive.
They get half of it, not the second half.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. What do we got? Revenge category. Okay, this might take a while. Who wants to start? I'm not starting.
Oh, God. I was about to say, you and Truth have made videos on this already.
Well,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Okay. There's two characters that I want to talk about fast because I forgot to actually talk about this in my own video. First one. So before we start that, I just want to say because people are like they should have renamed this category the rematch category because it seems like all the units in this category are just like people who lost and then are rematching against the person they
I mean,
lost.
that's not really
against,
true
right?
about Baby, but sure, right? Like right
Because-
away, I can instantly target Baby and say that's not the case for him.
Well, my two rebuttals to that are one, Go Tanks, because Go Tanks lost to Fat Boo in base, right?
Yeah,
And then he comes
Right.
back and fights him in Super Saiyan 3 against Super Boo.
that does
So
happen in the
if-
manga too. It's not filler.
Yeah. Well, no, the problem in the manga is we don't actually see the fight. We just see him get beat up.
Yep, he just comes back
Yep.
destroyed.
Yeah. So if Ultimate Gohan is on the category, I don't understand why Go Tanks isn't on the category. So that's one. And then two is God Goku because Goku like Beerus literally I don't think anybody's ever gotten humiliated as bad as Goku did versus Beerus the first time, and then he comes back and fights him again. So like he should be on there as well.
For me, it's just outside of Super Saiyan Goku against Frieza and then against Tambourine and King Piccolo, I feel like Goku never really gets to that point where I would put him on there. Like, I would disagree with God Goku. Goku's just too carefree for me to be on there. He doesn't... Unless Krillin dies, Goku doesn't get to that level. That's it. When Krillin dies, Goku goes nuts. But after...
No, but
Goku.
I'm just saying because if you're gonna make the argument that it's the rematch category,
okay.
then he has to be on there because
Yeah.
it's a rematch. It's literally the definition of a rematch.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
All
that
I'm
gives
gonna
an
say about it.
idea. That gives
Oh,
an
go-
idea
go-
for a cool card that they're missing. The Super Saiyan 3 Goku that lost to Beerus.
Yeah, he has his passive takes 200% more damage. That's it.
Why you always gotta roast him like that?
Got destroyed.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
but it would
you know-
have been perfect for this category.
You know who else is not rematch? Is Ma Junior. Is not. That's his first fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he's
'Cause I was gonna say
different.
because I
than
was gonna say
King
technically
Piccolo.
he's a reincarnation, but
Oh,
I guess yeah.
bullshit. I mean, yeah, sure, fine, but he's not the same. Because like King Piccolo would not have turned good.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. All I have to say about it is they've always been inconsistent with putting categories together. And this is the epitome. The last two categories, this and Explosion of Anger, have been the epitome of like they don't watch the manga or follow anything that about the IP, and they just kind of do willy nilly whatever the hell they want. So
Who was
mean,
left
yeah.
off of Explosion of Anger again? I forgot.
Full
Hello.
power Frieza.
Oh,
Full power
okay. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes no
Yeah.
sense.
so
There was a
Yeah.
few more. I think Super Boo wasn't on
Yep.
there.
Super
either.
Boo Cell. Yeah.
I think I think Nappa wasn't even on there.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, Nappa's also not on there.
Like we
Yeah,
can
no
realistically
Nappa
get like a
on here.
Dokkan Fest Nappa card. And he won't be on there.
I mean, they could Vegeta and Nappa. I think could carry a Dokkan Fest. Like any version
Yeah.
of Vegeta and Goku in any way could be a Dokkan Fest. I think.
yeah, I mean, all we need is Dokkan Fest of the Saiyan saga of Goku, Kaioken Goku, and I guess another Grade 8 Vegeta, and then like an LR dual combo card of Vegeta and Appa.
Yes.
An exchange mechanic.
Yep. Yeah. You could
Yeah.
have an
Can I-
exchange
can I-
mechanic
can
of
I
him
just say,
killing Nappa. That would be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I just say I love how they go out of their way to include the rare cards. You know, like yes, technically they would work on the category and everything.
Whoa.
but I
Okay.
love
Wait.
how
Okay.
they
I
just
see
go
where you're
out of
going
the
with
way to
that.
do that.
No. That's for like Super Battle Road and stuff like that. Because like those are enemies you fight in there, and like you need the proper category utilization for some passives and shit like that. Like think of Raditz, right? Who gets stronger against Goku family and Namekians. So like you need them to properly. That's why if you go to the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta LR Dokkan Fest boss, the first phase against that AGL Vegeta is not on the Vegeta family because that's the card that awakens into baby Vegeta. It's so stupid. So that's why they have to make sure that all of the rares and SRs and stuff are properly on there, because it creates just dumb shit like that.
It's like that Super Saiyan God Goku being on the Super Saiyan category.
It's weird. Yeah, I just noticed that. I was like, what the?
That is the weirdest thing that they've ever done with categories. That is, it literally contradicts itself.
What's funny is sometimes like I try to give them the benefit of the doubt when it's like, okay, they're deliberately cherry picking who to put on certain categories, maybe because they don't want one category to do it all. But then you go back to Realm of Gods, you're like, no, it's not a valid argument anymore. What are
Pure
they doing?
Saiyans, like, yeah, there's yeah.
And just
That's one of the reasons, though, why I think that they're starting to like split up Realm of Gods, because they're distinctly separating like extreme versus super units, and like
Yeah.
literally, you don't want to run super units with extreme units on that team.
Yeah.
So they might start doing that with other categories too, if they get too good or too big or what.
And think of what's coming for Realm of Gods still.
Yeah.
All the tournament of power stuff, yeah.
I mean, Evolution Blue Vegeta and UI Goku don't have standalone cards yet. Like,
I think it's full power Jiren.
yeah, yep. I mean, that's probably a Dokkan Fest at some point, a duel, right? UI Goku and Super Full Power Jiren.
Yeah, and Hakai Beerus.
Yep. Yeah, because that would be
mean,
relevant for the... well, actually, because he wouldn't be on Future and he wouldn't be on Time Travelers, and they don't have a Future Trunks arc because of that. So that Beerus would just not be on one of those. Would they put him on movie bosses? That'd be weird.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
also LR Merge Zamasu is gonna happen, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could also do Evolution Vegeta plus
Goku,
God
yeah.
Topo, like as a dual Dokkan Fest. That's the thought off my head. was
Oh
like,
yeah, we do need a new God Topo. He's like, I don't
with
like how they
transforming
created
Topo,
that.
like a Topo into God Topo. You know, like you could do that. I mean, there's so much. There's so much in the well they could go to.
For all series, GT, Super, Z, and Dragon Ball, they have just a million things to still go to. It's crazy.
Nah,
Yeah.
they're just gonna keep making Dragon Ball Units World Tournament rewards.
Oh, please stop. Please.
That's so annoying.
Like, if only Demon King Piccolo LR is really good, right? Like, I just beat the Extreme Tech stage with him on the team, even at only 69%. I mean, you know, I don't like using units unless they're rainbow, but he's that good. But, like, if they made him a summonable LR, like, he would sell. He'd sell better than 13. We talked about that, Goresh. Like, there's no way you're going to tell me 13 sells better than Demon King Piccolo. In Japan?
It makes no sense because it's not like that Android team needed more
Android
units on there.
Yeah.
Oh, we totally needed more androids. Come on, what are you guys talking about?
No, we definitely need that Target Goku. So at least Hit has another category.
Yes. All right.
Besides U6.
Yeah, except isn't, like, Zamasu not on Target Goku? That's stupidity. Like,
Isn't Majin Vegeta not on there?
Yes. And Majin Vegeta should probably be on Revenge as well, actually.
Oh my! Is he? I thought is he not?
He's
Oh,
not
no,
on.
He's
Not on Revenge. No.
I talked
He's
about that in
not.
my video. I just remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how much stuff they left out of the revenge category that we all forgot who wasn't in
How
it.
is he not on there? That makes no sense.
Yeah, well.
I mean, wait,
next-
Goresh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do the Japanese players, like, complain about this at all? Do they go crazy about this? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you like what, because like when they added people to the category after we complained, how many people complained then, and then how many people complained about the revenge category now?
I haven't really looked for it, but I've seen some people talk about it. Like when Explosion of Anger came out, I saw somebody make a post and it was like, "How is like." It was about Nappa and Super Boo, and like how are they not on the category?
Nappa literally created, like, a dimensional tear from, like, yelling. Like, he was, come on, please.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they really cared that much about it, but it's, in my opinion, it's not good at all. Okay, next we have we talked about Revenge already. Extreme SBR.
Who wants to go?
I mean, one thing I will say is I don't really see people talking about this that much, but that mouse item, really good for this.
It's really good. It's a very good item. Yeah.
And they just added it to the Baba Shop. You could buy it now too. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
All
one
right, so
thing-
here's my issue with Super Battle Road. Like, yes,
That's-
it's a new challenge, but literally all they did was just did a stat buff on the original Super Battle Road.
Yeah,
And, like-
it shows how much they really could do. Like, all they did was just change the stats of that. Like, they could be putting shit like this out all the time. There's no excuse not to.
Well, they changed the OST, I think, on some of the stages.
Oh,
Yeah, that took them years
Oh,
to do, dude.
I'm sorry. That
well, you cut out.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah, you gotta balance the OSTs, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they could do something way more unique. Seal you, or you can't debuff them or whatever. I mean, that would make it challenging.
Oh
but-
God.
Yeah, I mean, the only way to really get through some of these stages is or the helpful way to get through is just using debuffing units. Like, that helps significantly. People that can seal, like utility units, have good options here. Well, I'm just saying, like, they could have done way more than just buff the stats and hit you for 70k instead of 30k. I don't know.
To me, I obviously haven't been able to play it yet, but from what I've seen, it looks like they didn't really buff the super attack damage that much from category Super Battle Road, but they really buffed the normal attack damage a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looks like that's all they did pretty much, and they just copy and pasted the original 10 stages.
I don't.
Must be
Except they-
because they wanted
But
to find a way to
they made
counter.
Android 14 and 15 able to super attack.
They wanted to make a problem for all the defense stacking units. It's like, oh, what's that? Later stage, you're a problem? All right. Bam. At the beginning, we're going to be a huge problem for you.
Yeah, that's why I don't think I'm not gonna say that the new Bardock's bad in Super Battle Road, because he's not. It's just not as good as other units that you could use instead.
Right. I mean, and again, it just points to their philosophy of two different types of units. You got your early units that can withstand something like Super Battle Road, and then you have your longer event units like a Bardock. I mean, it's not like you can't use him on the shorter stuff, but he's definitely geared towards the longer events, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I'm a little as excited as I was to start. I mean, I haven't finished them all just because I'm taking my time with it, but overall, I'm just slightly disappointed because they didn't do anything different besides just buff, make it hit harder. That's it.
Yeah, I was expecting
Yeah.
more too.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's my perspective on Extreme Super Battle Road. But it kind of makes it when the first Super Battle Road came out, and it was difficult for a lot of people. Eventually, it got easy enough where people could do it free to play because they started releasing free to play units that could, debuff or whatever that needed to bypass it. So there were two train of thoughts I had when I was doing Extreme Super Battle Road, where it's either they're going to start buffing category, literally buff our own units with bigger stats to compensate for it, or they're going to start releasing more free to play units that have debuffing or that kind of thing to compensate for the people who can't beat it right now. I don't know what you guys' thoughts on that.
That's honestly probably what they're gonna do. I mean, again, it's literally like what happened when the original type Super Battle Road stages came out, right? We had, a small group of people that could beat it, and then everyone else is calling, it's the whale events, and that's how it's kept its name up into this day, basically. But if you go back and try to take on the original Super Battle Road stages, the original 10, you can do it all free to play now. It's not hard at all. So I would just say that, within next few months, don't be surprised if we're starting to get free to play units / a leader that can carry a team, on a particular typing, and eventually all of these will be done free to play probably in the future. So
Any way you guys would improve it instead of just making a copy and paste?
I'm completely okay with how the event is, but it does just show how easy it is for them to do stuff like this, so it should be more often. That's my only deal. I'm totally okay with it because it's super difficult, but then the reward card, the Kid Gohan LR, is crazy good. He's worth it. But there's got to be more of this stuff. More, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, like if they came out with this like every other month, where they'll take the category ones and buff them again, like that's fine because it's just more content. But I'm just saying, if they took this damn long, they should have done more than just buff their stats. That's it.
Do you think since we got the physical Gohan EZA for the regular stages, do you think once they do the category stages for Extreme Super Battle, do you think we're gonna get an EZA for that Goku?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
they'll
that
probably
Goku's
do the
still
same
really
thing,
good though,
yeah.
to this day, though.
That guy's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Yep.
already good right now. So
Yeah.
What do you mean by that
okay.
Goku? Are you talking about the 120 leads?
No, the
No,
in
no, the
LR.
reward.
in Super Battle Road LR.
Oh, sorry, that one. Yeah, the reward. Okay.
Because he's already pretty like the only issue that guy has is his name is like the most common name in the game,
Yeah.
which is just Goku.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you have to choose whether or not you want to use him or like the other 40 Gokus that exist.
Which-
That's just a problem in general with the naming system that they have in the game, where you can't use the same named characters. So
Yeah,
that's a whole other issue.
But the thing is, like, I thought they were gonna start doing something different because of the STR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, because they named him Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, right? So
Yeah.
so you can run him with the AGL one, which is just Super Saiyan Blue. So like I thought that like they would start naming cards differently just so you could run cards along with each other, because that is a big complaint of mine. Is like, oh, I want to run all the Vegito Blues together, but I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I did it is because, like, that first AGL Kaioken Blue Goku, honestly, his name should have been Kaioken in it, just because it is Kaioken. I mean, it's fine that he's not, because you can run them both together now, but we're eventually going to get a better Blue Goku, and he's going to replace that Kaioken Blue Goku, and it's going to make no sense.
Yeah. We're eventually gonna get a blue Goku that goes into Kaioken Blue. So
Yeah, that's true. We will get that at some point, too. 100%. Okay, so that's Extreme SBR. You talked about the kid. Kid Gohan. You guys have a chance to use him yet? I haven't used him, but
I haven't got a chance yet. I have one more stage to finish up, and then I can finally test him out. From what I've seen, he's good.
yeah, he's insane. From what I've seen, he is insane. So I haven't finished. I got like maybe like 3 or 4 more stages left, but yeah, from what I've seen from the showcases and what people have been telling me, like with screenshots and stuff, I'm like, yep, that's really good. So I'm glad these EZAs for LRs are happening.
it
It
looks
seems
like
a garbage card when he came out.
Yeah, and that gives me a lot of hope for you. And it's like the original LR Goku as well, because like that
Prime Battle,
Goku
yeah.
sucks.
Well, it seems like they might be about to move into Saiyan saga stuff, right? So honestly, the logical LR to EZA next would be Piccolo, who's by far the worst LR in the game. Boom, nice buff for the Saiyan saga. We're moving ahead there. That's what they got to do.
That Piccolo, like, that might be the most famous scene that he's ever been in. Like Piccolo, like I can't think of a more. Maybe when he fuses with Kami, I don't know. Like
Yeah.
that, like that's a Dokkan Fest exclusive worthy moment for him. And that card is like like that's literally like obviously the worst LR in the game, but like he's like up there in terms of like one of the worst units in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if they made him a Dokkan Fest exclusive, like what I imagine they would do is like give him an active skill where he takes all the damage. Like everyone hits him no matter where he is on the rotation, and he has damage reduction inherently or whatever. I mean, that's what I would do. But I'm not making cards at Akatsuki.
That would make him extremely valuable. That would be a very good card.
Well, once only, but yeah, that would be really good.
Do we want to talk about V Jump?
Yeah, I don't think we haven't, because it just came out a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we already know. Like, this is one of the weird times where JP has like the reverse Uno card on global, right? Because you already know what's coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't think we have much to say on the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, because again, he's been on global for a long time. Some people will summon. A lot of people will probably skip, because I will say this: if everyone remembers, Golden Week is coming up after this celebration. So Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku is the quote-unquote April celebration, and then Golden Week will be the next Dokkan Fest one at the very end of April / beginning of May.
Yep.
and that's usually a dual Dokkan Fest. Last year it was Zamasu and Trunks. The year before that was, I'm blanking on it.
Blue Vegeta and Jiren's Awakening.
Yeah, Blue Vegeta and Jiren's Awakening. The time before that was the
Gogeta and
yeah,
Strength.
Gogeta and Strength Janemba. So expect something good for Golden Week. So I can see a lot of people skipping Super Saiyan Blue Cow and Goku, even though again he's really obviously he's super powerful. He's good. Just keep that in mind. But LR Krillin, hey, we finally got one.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
it's good, right? It's a buff for again what is going to be the Saiyan saga. Now, what's interesting to me is Krillin as a card. All these Krillin cards have no categories. It's just like whatever saga he's in, right? So that's one reason I think he really could be like he could introduce the Saiyan saga category into the game. He could be like a free-to-play leader for it, 100% or 120%. I suppose they could give him Revenge or Explosion of Anger, but we've seen how that's gone.
He's 100% going to be an Explosion of Anger.
He better.
His super tech name is literally like Rageful Attack or something.
Well, I mean, let's
His,
be
I think it's let me take a look at this.
You're talking about when he takes out the side man, right?
Yeah.
His title is like Rageful Attack.
Yeah, Ikari no. Yeah. That literally means.
I think he's gonna be like a whatever the Prime Battle LR leader skill is for Explosion of Anger.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So it'll be either 100 or 120% because we never know when they'll decide to go up. Because Cell was what 100% for artificial life form.
Cell
Yeah.
was 100. Yeah.
By the way, we still need a damn category leader for that team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're doing.
Baby, I feel like they could toss out Baby, Baby Saga / Black Star Dragon Ball Saga category, and then artificial life form. Boom, and then maybe he wouldn't sell well. Make it a Dokkan Fest with some version of Kid Goku that transforms into Super Saiyan 4. Boom, that's top grossing instantly.
That would sell well, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that would sell a lot. Well, then I guess the question is, all the LR Prime battles, they've always had static buffs, right? Like 10,000 to attack
Yeah.
or 20,000. You think they're gonna give him the same treatment, or will they start?
Yeah. Because they just
Probably.
need Demon King Piccolo.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they give Demon King Piccolo that, then 100%.
But
I
like
mean,
the cell
this
is
gonna be-
still super good, so that won't like keep Krillin from being good.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, like, because if you think of like if Prime Goku's gonna get an EZA and get percentage, maybe we'll just start moving away from static numbers for Prime LRs. That's why I asked the question.
I wish.
But I don't know. I wish too.
He's gonna be the first physical Prime Battle LR. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely good. About time. 5 years later.
Where did we got 2 tech ones? Like before a physical one, whatever.
Yeah, Super Tech and Extreme Tech.
Krillin could introduce the Z Fighters category. Yeah, he could. That would be cool. Okay. What Super Saiyans are they putting on, and what are they leaving off? That's where it gets interesting.
Oh god.
That's such a subjective category. Like, what is
Yeah.
a Z fighter? Like,
So
there's a link that's called Z fighters, but like, they're not gonna put everybody who has that link on the category.
Did they give
100%.
them an official name
We
in
saw
the
that worse
manga?
Sorry, what?
Do they have an official name in the manga, like for that, like Dragon Team or something like that?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think it's just like I don't even know what a Z fighter is. Like, what is that?
Like, is that a thing made up by Funimation? Probably, huh?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, because it's actually a link in the Japanese version too. So I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Since we're on that discussion, I'm a little surprised we still haven't gotten some sort of free-to-play grind for like a free, Tien, Chaozu, Krillin, that kind of thing. Like the Ginyu Force treatment has that. Team Bardock just got that treatment. I'm rather shocked they weren't sort of the first crew to get that.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll get it eventually.
Just
Probably
seems
next
weird.
year.
Wouldn't
around
they
this
be the
time.
first one? It's like, the crew. They should, I don't know. I would have figured they would have been the first run at it, and then everyone else would have followed along. But it seems like they're the last one. They're getting left in the dust, which is a little odd.
Well, I mean, you remember the Ginyu Force came out for year 3, and we're on like the Namek Saga kind of train. Well, it seemed like it was gonna be Namek Saga, and then all of a sudden, hey, we're dropping LR Gogeta and LR Vegito. But
Yeah, you
and
don't
then
remember when Gogeta killed Frieza?
well, heck, how can you forget? But I'm saying like, so in mind, if they were gonna do the Saiyan Saga Z fighters like as farmable cards, like one of each, I'd imagine it would come with like a big celebration. Just looking at the trend that we have. So Ginyu Force was year 3. This is for Saiyan Day. Like I can imagine like maybe 350 million will be like a Saiyan Saga dual Dokkan Fest, and then like part 2 or part 1 will be you can farm the Z fighters from the Saiyan Saga, stuff like that.
Let's talk about that for a second though, because like last year, I think it was the first Dokkan Fest after Golden Week was Goku, the Namek, and that's when they started doing the
Sagas.
chronological order thing, with
Yeah.
sagas, and then they moved into what eventually was Gohan versus Cell in the download celebration. So
Okay.
are they gonna do that again? Like, because it's weird because we stopped at the Buu saga and like they did Majin, Vegeta, and Goku, which makes sense because it lined up, and then it's like they just stopped because of the anniversary.
Well, then I mean, they actually did then go and do Battle of Gods, right? Because we got Beerus, God, Goku, and Whis.
Yeah, but they skipped the entire Buu saga.
Wait, I know. But, okay, obviously they're definitely gonna go back because Ultimate Gohan, Gotenks. I mean, honestly, Super Vegito, every Buu, all of them could use upgrades. I mean, they could do like a Bobbity and Buu card. There's a million things. They're definitely gonna go back to that. But it's just the Buu saga is so massive. There's so much for them to do that they're obviously just splitting it up, I think.
Super Saiyan 3 Goku with the Spirit Bomb active skill. Hello.
From Legends, they could do the same thing, but make them good this time, right?
He's so perfect.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't that be a card?
Yeah, don't make him the same as Legends, otherwise people won't pull for him. Yeah.
I mean,
No, my question is like, do you think they're gonna do the same thing they did last year after Golden Week? Because like merge Zamasu and Trunks, and then it's like they went back all the way to Namek, and then that's when they, I guess, started their planning for the download celebration to line
probably.
up like or whatever. Well, it wasn't really line up the versions, but at least get JP to be chronologically like in line with what they were gonna do for that.
So I've thought about it a lot, right? Golden Week. Right now, there's a couple of possibilities. We can get Kaioken, Goku, Great Ape, Vegeta. I think Gohan and Bojack is another possibility. What are the other ones we mentioned? The
Golden
Baby and
Frieza.
Goku, I think is possible. But what I'm really leaning towards is Resurrection F. I think we'll get either a Golden Frieza or a Frieza that transforms into Golden Frieza, and then something with Goku and Vegeta could be an exchange unit since they've abandoned that for 9 months now for some reason. And then after that they could do the middle part of the Buu saga, right? Maybe get like a Fat Buu in there, maybe get a Gotenks in there, maybe an Ultimate Gohan or something like that, and then they could return to the Buu saga later on again, bring Vegito, a new Buuhan, get the Kid Buu and stuff like that. Like when you think about it, there really is just infinite characters from that Buu saga. Like there's not even a good version of like Angel Super Saiyan Vegeta. There's no Angel Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. There's no Angel Super Saiyan Goku that's good. Like there's just a billion things they've got to get in from there.
I've seen some people throw out Super Vegito and Buuhan
For
I'm
Golden
down.
Week?
for Golden Week. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, see, like, I mean, I know that's going to be a dual Dokkan Fest. I just don't think it's Golden Week because then you'd be skipping, like what Drew said, all the other stuff beforehand, like Ultimate Gohan, better Gotenks. You could even do Piccolo. Like there's like if they jump that far ahead, then I don't see them. I can't see them doing that. That's just what I'm saying. Like,
So you do think it's gonna be chronological then, right?
I still think I think they'll go back to it relatively soon. I just don't know when.
I think after Golden Week is probably realistic for the going back to the Buu saga.
They
Besides,
could do that though, because then maybe for the 350 million download celebration, because that's because like what they did with the Cell Saga, clearly Global wasn't anywhere close to it yet, but they kind of just pushed it forward and then brought it out for Global. So maybe that's when we see the big Buu Saga one, the Vegito and the Buuhan or something like that.
yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking is like the 350 million, which is when is that? Like August?
Yeah,
So
like the
generally,
Dokkan
yeah.
Fest will drop like the last 2 days of August, one of those two.
Yeah, because Global's got July, beginning of July is their anniversary, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I imagine like I think Super Vegito and Buuhan are big enough to lead a 350 million download celebration. At least
Yes.
that's just my thought. And
Yes,
and then
Vegito,
up
yeah.
to that point, so from Golden Week on, it will be us filling in all the other characters in the Buu saga to fill that up. So that's just my train of thought.
We really need a Z Sword Gohan who transforms into Ultimate Gohan. That would be cool.
I'd be down for that. The only
Because-
downside to him
because
is that
we
he'd be
don't
fighting
have-
for the physical one.
Oh yeah, that's the only. Yeah, it's true. I was gonna say because we don't really have that many good just base form Gohans that are Teen Gohan. But yeah, they do have that one. I forgot about.
Well, there is
Well, what-
also, I mean, it's only in the episode where Goku first goes Super Saiyan 3, but Gohan does go Super Saiyan in that outfit. So, boom, that's another card they could add into there, right?
Yeah.
My favorite character in Dragon Ball is that Gohan. That specific moment.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting because besides last year's or a couple years ago, what Evolution, Blue Vegeta, and Jiren, the Golden Week's always been Super and Extreme Dual Dokkan Fest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was what Gogeta, Janemba.
Yeah, 3 years ago, and then last year was Zamasu and Trunks. So if they're gonna keep that trend, then I see that like something going on here. Maybe Fat Boo, Go Tanks. I mean, or whatever. Like I don't know how they're gonna play it, but
I don't know. I'm leaning towards Frieza because Golden Week, Golden Frieza. If they could do, they could make that into like the theme, right?
Didn't you say that last year?
Yeah, and they made it like the login bonus thing was Golden Frieza, right? Or the
Yeah.
missions are one of those two things.
yeah.
Just one of those random things, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So Global Shafted. That's what I'm reading as the next topic.
On the celebration, dual celebration.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm not a global main. I mean, you guys
Oh,
gotta tell
boy.
us.
It kind of feels
Yeah.
like it, but I don't understand why they tie, underlying things that both versions don't have to their celebrations, like giving out stickers with the Extreme Super Battle Road and stuff like that. If another version doesn't have it, maybe it would be better to not put it there. Otherwise, you're gonna have a large player base be pretty upset. I feel like Global got a little bit shafted here. I think it's a little silly.
My thing is like Saiyan Day, like they did a Dokkan now, and that's like supposed to be leading up to something that like is super hype. And I think this celebration is pretty hype because all global like same time celebrations / global first are always hype no matter what, right?
Yeah, hit.
And then
Yeah,
if-
yeah.
I mean, I liked it. But if
They
you
need
look
to
at,
just
like,
straight up replace him. Summonable LR. I don't care. He needs to be out of here.
that would be okay with me. I mean, I wanted it to be an LR, but like, if you look at the cooler celebration that we just had on global, and you compare that to the one that's going on right now for Saiyan Day, like the cooler one's better. Like
Yeah.
as a celebration, it's just a better celebration, and it's like this is supposed to be like it's not like anniversary level or Christmas level celebration. Even though the Christmas one wasn't really that good anyway. Like thank you celebration and the new anniversary are the two big ones for global. And this one is like I guess sort of in there as well. And then I guess last year they introduced Goku Day to the global side too. I don't know. This one doesn't feel like it's special at all. This one just feels like another celebration. The only difference is that global got a same time Dokkan Fest as JP. That's the only difference.
Well, that's what happened with the transforming Vegeta last time, right? I mean, if you really look back at it.
Yeah, but there was an easy A for that one. I mean, I'm not saying there's not going to be an easy A for this one, but they haven't announced it, and I don't know why they wouldn't announce it when they did last year.
Oh, it was the Trunks and the Vegeta easy.
Yeah, which are
right?
still really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, those cards are still pretty good to this day. Yeah.
There's no way they're
Well-
not doing an easy A. It's coming.
Yeah, it's just
I'm not saying they're not doing one, but like, why would they not announce it?
yeah. Like I
maybe
agree with
it's going to be super hype. Maybe it's something completely out of left field. Is there like what if they, I don't know, easy 8 Super Saiyan 4 Goku? I don't know. I doubt it, but
I mean, yeah, but like they literally announced what 2 months before it happened that they're gonna easy A Super Saiyan Blue Vegito on global, and they announced that way before. So I don't know. I don't understand the point of not announcing it.
I don't know. Again, the only thing I could think of is that it's a big deal. Then, like, I say this constantly, but Dokkan themselves, they thought EZAing. Oh, maybe it's the OG LR Goku. Because they thought that Zamasu's EZA was such a huge deal. Like, that, the whole focal point,
Part 3.
centerpiece of the third part of the anniversary was that. So maybe that's it. Maybe the OG LR Goku is getting his EZA.
So then why not introduce Extreme Super Battle at the Global?
I'm with you. I think the game should be completely lined up, period. I mean, people will say, oh, well, then Akatsuki would be worried about losing revenue and blah, 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 blah. No, both versions drop banners days apart every single month anyway. Like, it's not going to make a difference. Like, you get Global and JP lined up, Global's going to bring in more money, period.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, because the people that are like, oh, well, we get to know what to say, whatever, it doesn't matter. The people that are going to spend, they're going to spend, right? So, like, it'd be better if they just dropped them at the same time, get the hype going, get the hype train all aboard, and they would be hitting top grossing constantly in that case, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think they would definitely be better off if they did that. But like, my question is, how would they catch it up?
I don't think they can.
No. Yes, they easily could have done it by now. That would take no effort whatsoever. Like, there's been monster droughts on JP that Global has never had to deal with. People always will talk about, oh, the legendary March of 2017, right? When the dead Yamchas were out.
Oh my god, that was... I literally almost just uninstalled the game.
I only played Global at the time. I was there, but they still got a Dokkan Fest that month. Okay, like JP.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, they did. Goku Black came out in March of 2017.
I remember there was one month where it was literally the Yamcha event. That was the entire month.
I'm telling you, in your mind, it's worse than it actually was. I'm telling you, because people always bring that up. It's just that the Yamcha event was like 2.5 weeks where that was it. Because Omega dropped at the end of February, and then Goku Black, I remember a world tournament finished, and then Goku Black dropped like that night at the end of March. It was like March 20th or something like that. Look up his release date for Global. It's like March 20th, 2017.
Well, the only reason why I'm suggesting that they can't catch up is because they're very specific on using anniversaries as the mean to drop new mechanics, at least the last like 3 years. So unless they're going to move up the global anniversary day to February, then I don't see how lining up celebrations they're not going to be able to catch both JP and global up in that regard.
I'm telling you right now, they could catch up by 6-year anniversary. Easy. No doubt about it. They don't even need to slow JP down. They could do it. Like, just, sometimes, hey, guess what? Guess what, fuckers? June, you get Android 13 and Beerus this month. Too bad. That's it. Boom.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that they can't do it. I'm just saying that they're very stringent. Like, it seems like they're very stringent on keeping anniversaries like locked as they are. So if they streamline global, then there's no point of having global's anniversary in July. Like, it's like, oh, screw it, we're just moving it up 6 months.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned this, because we have an easy solution for that. Global and JP celebrate JP's anniversary in January, and then Global and JP celebrate Global's in July. Boom, done.
Yeah, and then you just remove the download celebration, because at some point
you're
going to have to remove that at some point, because what are we going to do? Get to the 1 billion downloads? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it seems like, yes, boom, exactly. That replaces that perfectly. And then,
you got a point.
At that point,
but I don't know if they're willing to do that, though.
Dies forever at that point.
Yeah, that's true. No one can ever say Global Shaft, because then they're always going to have tickets. JP Shaft.
Yeah,
the only thing I could see is like, because Global has a lot of stuff that JP doesn't have, and then vice versa. Like, for example, Global has like Pilaf's Trove on it, and Global has tickets for stuff. Global has right now the stamina items or whatever. Yep. Dokkan now would be eliminated probably. I don't know. Like, well, there's a lot of stuff they have to correct before that.
Yeah, I think Dokkan now just further cements my point that they're, even though it doesn't feel like Global gets treated better, or they get that exclusives all the time, but like they want to keep the versions separate, it seems. Like they're committed to that.
Yeah, I don't really know why at this point.
It's just stupid. It's really... just, again, it's stupidity. Like, it seems as though with these gacha games, a lot of the motivation is money, revenue, right? Well, guess what?
I mean, their business.
They're going to make more money if they catch Global up. I can promise them that.
I would not disagree with that.
Yeah, I agree with you with that, but they're content on having 2 separate teams instead of one united team, and yeah.
Are there any games like gotcha games that released like in the past 2 years that have different like release schedules for global and JP version?
Oh wait,
Um,
didn't I think it's Bleach Brave Souls, right, where they actually did catch global up. I think people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they did that, and they did the 2 anniversary thing on Bleach Brave Souls. Like the idea, that's where I'm getting it from. I believe is from then. Well, okay, people are talking about
Yep.
Fate Grand Order. Nah, dog, that Fate is like 2 years behind of JP, isn't it? Like,
yeah, and they're never gonna catch up.
yeah.
They're never. They're content on leaving it to separate because the JP whales over there. I mean, they make us look like fucking free to play. Let's just be completely real here. Like FGO fans are freaking nuts. Like, I don't get it, but um,
That thing
there
is
are
funding an anime. That's how insane it is.
yeah. There are other games that have like most gotcha games when they're based on an IP, they launch an Asian server. It doesn't have to be Japan. It can be China. It can be Korea, whatever. And then they do like a global version if they have enough interest. But sometimes the only time when they catch them up is literally when one of the versions is gonna die, and then they just merge the servers. So like the other one I could think of is like Shinsengumi, like the Southeast Asian server I think died, and they just merged it with a global. Or the Star Ocean Animesis global died, and they just merged, and they just said, hey, if you want to transfer over to JP, go ahead. But I mean, most global players don't speak Japanese, so they don't want to go there. Like, so there are a lot of games, gotcha games that launch separately in different time spans. I don't really know if there's one, maybe besides what True said, Bleach Brave Souls, where they catch him up, but they are very content on like keeping them separate. I don't know why, but yeah.
Okay. Anything else to say about global being shafted?
I mean, yes, Extreme Super Battle Road should have been out at the same time, but hey, at least they got the extra top grossing stones, so that worked out.
As JP players, do you guys feel like the celebration is more is just like bigger than a normal celebration, like the beer celebration? Do you guys think this is a bigger celebration than?
It's only bigger just because they
No.
dropped the Extreme Battle Super Battle. That's
Yep.
it. That's the only thing that feels like slightly different. Is they dropped a new mode, because when they have these bigger celebrations, they always tend to drop something new. But like Beerus, it was just, hey, here's a Dokkan Fest at Beerus. That's it. You know, there wasn't like anything new introduced.
It was the normal stuff, right? It was Beerus, it was then Battlefield, and then the typical stuff we expect from it. This one is okay, same thing, although we technically don't know about the EZA yet, when or if it's coming. And then also Extreme Super Battle Road, which is cool. I definitely like it, but it doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, it's a huge jump forward in terms of celebration.
Why does global have like all those events returning? Have we ever talked about that?
No, we didn't. And I don't know. That must be something for you guys. Like, I had a quick question. Side note: if you guys if we got Extreme Super Battle Road and then Global gets something different, would you have said Global was shafted?
By
Depends
something
on how
different,
good
do you
it
mean
is,
a
I
new
guess.
unit or do you mean a new event? Because I don't care about
New
new
event.
units.
No, I don't care about new units either. I'm talking like new event, like something, a whole exclusive game mode or timed exclusive game mode for Global.
No, that'd be fine. I mean, I don't think it should be different. I think what's the point of having a joint celebration and then it not being the same stuff? That makes no sense. It's like,
Yeah, I agree.
I don't.
But just in terms of like, okay, so JP gets this, we can't give them that because stickers and all this other bullshit reasoning. But hey, we'll give them something else. I think you guys would have been fine with that. So
Yeah, I think I would be fine with that too. Okay. Next, we have top grossing discrepancy. Global gets 30 stones for one country for cooler versus getting 7 stones for the same
Oh.
country for cool.
yeah, I meant for Bardock, not for Cooler.
Oh,
for
for
Sun.
yeah.
So you guys, what was it, Luxembourg?
Yeah, shout out to Luxembourg carrying
Yeah.
Global. All 4 of you. No,
Hey.
really though. I think the only reason why they gave out the 30 is because JP
He's
did.
insane.
No, because JP did, and if they gave out 7 and they gave 30 to JP, people will be like rioting.
Yeah, because it seems like Akatsuki did here the global concerns about Blue Kaioken Goku, right? So I think they're they're taking top grossing a little bit more seriously on global, and that's why like they're starting to give out just 7 stones per country. But I agree with Goresh, because JP got their usual 30. They're like, whatever, we'll just give global 32.
How far are we, so JP, on Android from top grossing?
I think they're like 7th last I looked. I don't
Yeah.
think they were close.
It's not happening, yeah.
Is there a collab or something going on right now? Well, like all the other gacha games, I mean.
Nah, Android.
sure.
Apparently, Android is just like $10 more expensive than iOS or something like that. I don't know if that's only over here or what, but I mean, I see pictures of iOS, and it's like they're like $45 or something. It's like, whoa, you know, I buy a 90 stone pack and I'm out like $55 or something like that. Like,
Yeah, I'm out 51, 52.
52.
I
Oh,
don't
you
get
don't
tax
get the,
in Cali.
you don't have the tax on it, huh? You lucky.
Yeah, I don't get the tax out here.
Bro, every single here, I'll pull up an email right now. Every single 90 stone pack, I get like $4 in tax or something insane.
Yeah, well. Yeah, if I had the same thing, I would be buying a lot less too. Because fuck, man, that's expensive.
Well, that's not gonna hamper me, but how dare they? You know, listen. All right, let me see.
But well, at the same time, like all the iOS people who aren't in Japan, they have to make a Japanese iTunes account, which means they still buy the same rate, like it's the same price in yen, because they have to buy it in yen.
Yeah.
So we get the ease of buying it in our US dollars, but we of course get the exchange rate plus for you the taxes as well. But if you're an iOS player, you have to make an iTunes account in Japan, use iTunes gift cards. It's always the same.
Yeah,
That's the
check
difference.
this, right? So, Saiyan Day. Stone pack is $50.92. And then there's $4.08 of tax, taking it up to 55 even. Beautiful.
Yeah, I would have been whatever 50 and 10, no taxes at all. It's still a little pricey, but yeah.
It changed for me after Golden Week. It was like starting with Golden Week or something like that is when that started.
Well, you're on the East Coast, so whatever the state you're in that's the reason why.
Yeah, I'm in New York. Yeah, real fun.
Yeah,
Welcome
that's
to New
why.
York.
Yep.
Hope you enjoy your stay.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope you enjoy your
Your
stay.
permanent
Let's
stay.
not even talk about what New York State is stealing from me now, for the year. Let's not even go into that.
You don't even live in the city, so
but we get taxed the same as the city, don't we? Isn't it the same?
no, there's a local tax in the city.
Oh man.
Goresh is sitting over here going.
I don't know why I live here. This is the worst decision ever.
Just move over here to Japan.
Yeah, I mean, the rates are better there.
All right. Do we want to start looking at Twitter questions?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, let me pull up Twitter. Let's see what we get here. Oh, hold on. Let me get my adventures going.
Wait, did you just say get your adventures going?
Yeah, I got Zenkai, man. Shit.
Oh god, I dread the day I'm gonna have to do that if any Super Saiyan 3 or Bardock unit gets it. Ugh, it sucks that they have to do adventure grinds alongside that. It just seems so stupid.
It absolutely is. That's why I'm like so behind on Zenkai saving everybody here. Let's get back to Twitter. Where is it?
All right, what do we got?
I think that's pretty much it for Dokkan, right? Did we cover everything?
Yeah, we got all the Twitter questions though. We got like 400 questions.
we got a ton of Twitter questions.
Well,
we need to
I
go
mean,
through.
we're gonna have to, speed go through. Oh, I should probably get these Streamlabs donos too. Here, let me see what we got.
Yeah,
here.
do those fast and then we'll
Yeah,
get
yeah.
to-
Well, I
do
start.
those
All right,
really
let me
fast.
see. Jalter, Fate Global is definitely behind, never catching up. Bleach celebrated at the same time and dumped everything on Global to catch up. Boom! There you go. That's all you got to do. I mean, people aren't spending money on 13 anyway. Who cares? 13 and then Beerus comes out 2 weeks later. It doesn't matter.
There's gonna be that one 13 fan who's like very upset.
Yeah, that's Hydros, man. He loves 13. He's like, dude, I went all in on him. I'm like, well, you're the only one.
Jason Maynard with the dono says, "We guys do the one-time speed challenge." No, that's all we got to say to that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sir Loaf of Bread, just dono to support. Ethro with a dono says Gohan adult April Fool's card because he's a joke. Now stop it. They'll probably give us. They'll give us a good trash suit Gohan, as Ryman Nato like to say, for Resurrection F Celebration. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
takes 90% more damage from Wicked Bloodline category units.
Yeah. I mean, they could make him really good, but then he has that, right? Like LR Yamcha or something like that.
I guess transforming, they can make him transform.
Let's see. Hell May Cry with the dono says, what moment in all of Dragon Ball gives you the most chills? This may be hearsay, but mine is Battle of Gods. I will not let you destroy my world. Mine is actually, it's when Goku first goes like full UI and like the gods stand up and the music is going crazy, and that's for me like the best. Like, it's crazy that it's so recent, but like that shit to me is like insane. Like just Goku, like, because Jiren was just unstoppable for months, and then Goku just flips on him. It's like, oh, so that's it for me.
Okay, I got a question from Kawhi.
Wait, that was a question for everybody,
Yo,
right?
now y'all jump in. What is your Dragon Ball Chills moment?
Oh, okay.
Dragon Ball chill moment. I gotta think on that. Someone else go.
I have two. One of them is, this is not going to be a shocker, but when Goku first goes Super Saiyan, I'm sure that's the same for everybody, or a lot of people. And then Kid Goku doing the attack versus King Piccolo.
Wait, they said specifically the show, right? Not movies, or is it not?
No,
really
you can do
matter?
the movies. Movies are fine.
For me, it's either first time Goku goes Super Saiyan 3 or when he goes Super Saiyan 3 against Janemba. I thought that was cool.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
I love that moment.
And he
the-
shakes
that's a
like
good
the afterlife.
moment.
Yeah.
Did they do like that like inverse color thing when that happened?
Yeah, they were doing that.
It was awesome.
Let's see. I guess top for me would either be Super Saiyan 3 Goku first time, so like actually in the series, or I guess I would probably say I know this is probably underwhelming for most people, but I would say the God Vegeta transformation in the movie. I just loved seeing that. I don't know. I know it wasn't like epic, wasn't like swelling music or anything, but I just personally loved it. I just thought, yeah, the most badass moment right there. Just like, yeah, that was what I was looking for.
Mine is when Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2. Just that snap, and then he goes Super Saiyan 2. Yeah, that's mine.
Nice, I approve.
We got a couple more donos to go through here. So we got Daniel Garcia. Can't wait for Realm of Gods Super Battle to get the steroid revamp. Can't wait for the SBR King to no item the stage for LR Int Goku EZA. I mean, that's probably what they do, right? They'll just do SBR again and then EZA that Goku. I bet they'll do that.
Oh, gods, that.
Think about how many category stages are there now? Like 20?
20, yep. Well,
That's
no,
a
there's
lot.
18 because one is super and one's extreme class.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna release them all at the same time, right? There's no way.
I mean, they could also just bring the other categories in and make those like extra hard compared to the other categories, and then use those medals to EZA the LR Int Goku.
They could do that, I guess. And but because the thing with that is like Extreme Super Battle Road is its own event. It's separate from the normal
That's
one.
true.
So I guess would they put that in like the new one? Or I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many ways it could play with it, but we're definitely getting an EZA for the LR Int Goku like probably 6 months from now, maybe even a year.
Yeah. Crypto Daddy with the dono just says Lord Shugesh in the chat. I mean, that Lord Shugesh card, he's pretty good. He's pretty solid.
Yeah.
He one shot UI Goku in the Legendary Goku event for me.
And then
I don't
Carrie
know what happened.
with a dono just says Namek Goku gang. Namek Goku is good, but I actually do think he's a little bit overrated. Actually, I do. Like, if you had to assign underrated, overrated, or properly rated to every unit in the game, Namek Goku gets overrated from me.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think he's just
I think-
fine, honestly.
I mean, I think he's good just because he leads. Well, at the time, he was the only Super Saiyan lead. So, like that category in itself was crazy good. But in terms of like his whole utility and his whole kit, yeah, I could see where he kind of fell off a little bit. Like, I think the hype was so high because of his animations. He was a Super Saiyan lead. all that stuff. So like in retrospect, yeah, maybe a little overrated, but I think at the time he was okay, and then now he kind of fell off.
He's still really
little
good.
bit.
It's just I think
Yeah,
people.
no,
Yeah.
he's not the top tier unit, like the top tier unit that you could take other units for in a run,
Yeah.
People like him because he's just so cool.
And that's a perfectly good reason to like him because he is really cool.
Yeah, I love using him. He's like one of my favorite units in the game. I'll tell you what, I definitely like him more than the new Bardock.
Yeah.
More than the new Bardock? No, not for me.
I'm saying in terms of coolness, not like how good he is.
Oh well, I mean that's not fair. That's not fair to poor Bardock. Come on. Oh yeah, Bardock. That legendary fight against Chill.
I think in terms of coolness, he probably beats tons of top tier units. I would.
Yeah,
say,
that's what I'm
probably.
saying. Like that's why most people, I feel like, really want him and want to summon for him because he's just really cool.
I'd agree with that.
Any more donos before I get to these Twitter questions?
Maxwell said no items, 8 category stages. Just finished super stage coming for your throne. Okay, my boy. Well, yeah. Talk to me when you get that Realm of Gods one done. That's Infusion. Those two were the hardest. And then Blue Kaioken Ningen with a dono says, do you think Piccolo over 17 was underrated? I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of people do talk about how good that fight was.
I have that in my top. Well, I had it in my top 5. I think I still would have it in my top 5 actually all time for Dragon Ball fights. It's definitely like on the fringe. Like it's either 5 or 6.
I think that whole there's like a string of like 15 episodes or probably like 20 manga chapters that are just like really good, right? Pick once the androids arrive at Roshi's until Cell flies away from Trunks is really good. Let me see. Mr. Quantastic with the dono says, can't wait to see the next BS category with the next Dokkan Fest. Yeah, well, it'll probably be something stupid. I'm sure they'll even manage to make like the Saiyan saga category weird with like some of them Kaioken Gokus. Who the one is supposed to be from Namek and he's not even on a category. Like they'll make it weird. No worries about that. And then Butthead
category.
with the dono says, is D-Free the twerk king of Dokkan? My boy has thick glutes. Yeah. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Nola.
This one's actually an interesting one. A good point of discussion. What do you guys think of a new typing given a bosses like Legends has the dark typing where there's no type advantage?
That sounds cool to me. I'm with it.
I think that would be really interesting. Like one way to put that in mechanic would be Battlefield. So like to make Jiren even more difficult, since people don't think he's that difficult, it's that he has no type disadvantage.
Listen, wait. People can say he's not difficult. That's fine. But like I've been killed by Jiren a bunch of times. Like sometimes you just lose. Yeah. Like they can say he's not hard all they want to, but that doesn't mean you're not going to get killed by him once or twice.
Yeah. Or people who say like, oh, you used items on Super Battle Road, you must be garbage. I'm like, dude, if I take 4 super attacks in the first slot from Team Bardock, that's the game telling me I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, nobody is surviving that. I don't.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, time to restart. Like that's just what it is.
Well, Whis.
Well, I mean, 4 or 5 super attacks in the first slot.
Whis has got you covered, my boy. He's got.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. That if you get lucky dodges, guess what? You're taking a ton of damage.
Well, I've yet to see
Whis get killed. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta.
Well, okay, fine.
Oh, yeah, but
you're literally talking about a tank there, then.
Golden Frieza. By the way, when is that AGL Golden Frieza getting his EZA? It's been like a year.
Hopefully soon.
When that Resurrection F celebration comes.
Oh, makes sense.
He gets replaced like immediately after. Yeah, thanks.
Exactly.
Well, okay, so like eventually, I feel like they could do 2 separate Final Form Frieza. Well, I mean, technically they could do 3, right? They could do an Angel Final Form Frieza, transform an Angel Golden Frieza. They do Final Form Frieza transforming into Golden Frieza, and they could do a Final Form Frieza transforming into Full Power Frieza, right? Like all 3 of them.
No, they should do Dokkan Fest LR of Tagoma and Sorbet, and then they exchange into Frieza.
Yeah.
They wish him back with the Dragon Balls and exchange into Frieza.
Yeah.
That's it.
I really like the idea of Blue Goku and Vegeta, where the exchange mechanic is Goku getting blasted by the laser. Like, I love that. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's like Nappa and Vegeta, and the exchange is Nappa just kills Vegeta just kills Nappa.
Oh, we gotta get that. That would be so good.
Just one little issue. When's the exchange mechanic coming back?
I thought
Talon's not
Saiyan
wrong.
would have been a good pick because the one time they've used it was a global and JP celebration. So heroes are opportunity, and they're just like, nah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're thinking is because I think the exchange mechanic opens the possibilities of so many different cards and different like they could extend the life of like multiple cards. You know, I don't know. Would SRs be more valuable with the potential system or not?
Yes, that's an instant yes. Because something like Ox King or Invisible Man. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it would be interesting. I don't think they would do it, but
They should just awaken them all. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why'd you even release them as SRs? I
Why
don't get it.
release SRs in this era? Yes, that is exactly the question to ask.
okay, this is an interesting one. What do you think about items that could reduce your health in Dokkan? Would help with some transformations.
Yes, that's it.
My question for that would be, like, because a lot of transformations just activate at the beginning of the turn. So if you use an item in that turn, it wouldn't help. It would just kill you. Right?
Yeah, you have to be preemptive about it. So like, oh, the next turn I need to be below 50 for the LRs to transform. I'll use it now, so that when the LRs,
Yeah, I guess that's risky though. I mean, I guess it would work.
And it would be good for active skills, right? Because like active skills can be activated or deactivated depending upon if you like recover health during that turn or if you lose health during that turn. So that would be cool there.
Yeah. But I'm saying for like someone like LR Vegito,
Or Gohan, yeah.
in LR Vegito, like that would not work.
What do you think will come to Global on Goku Day? And will the equipment system and skill orbs come earlier for Global, like active skills and transformations did?
I would say no because they had their opportunity to do that.
Yeah, this was their opportunity.
I think it depends if they do Beerus before the anniversary, because didn't the Whis event get revamped with Beerus celebration?
It became weekly after that, yes.
And for Goku, they have no idea because they already released the big gun for that last year, right? Gohan, Goten, and Goku.
Yeah.
That covers the 3 days because it's literally Gohan, Goku, and then Goten.
I don't think because see like what big like Goku, Gohan, and Gotens are out there. I mean Goten, there's nothing, right? Like are they gonna do Gotenks? Probably not.
I mean, they could do Bye Guys Goku.
Yeah, they could. Or I mean, they could do an LR for Namek Goku. That would be cool too.
That is like a Dokkan Fest LR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was Goku Day last year, so yeah, they definitely.
Yeah,
Could.
that
Because I don't think they'll do UI Goku. Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
I think if they did a Dokkan Fest LR for Super Saiyan Goku, like that would be the best-selling unit of all time.
They had to top the current one super attack, so that's gonna be
Yeah.
that'd be interesting.
That'll be interesting.
They could do a Dokkan Fest Great Ape Kid Goku.
Dokkan Fest. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I know for Japan, right, that would sell very well.
yeah. I mean, would it be like him and then like another Jackie Chan or something?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, yeah. There's a bunch of stuff they could release with him, right? Because if it was like him from the World Tournament, then they could also put like, I don't know, like the Goten from his fight with Trunks in the World Tournament, and then maybe like the Gohan that transforms for Kibito. I don't know, has cards too. That could be cool. Like they have different appearances at the World Tournament.
We didn't talk about him, but I haven't used him. But opinions on new tech Raditz.
He's insane.
Don't have him, but I've seen he's insane. He basically makes the Tech Extreme Super Battle Road a cakewalk.
There's a reason they released him, but at the same time as the Extreme Super Battle Road.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's clearly the reason.
I think like Dokkan, like okay, so when they did the Legendary Goku event, all of a sudden we started seeing a million units that were great for that, right? I think it's going to be the same thing for Extreme Super Battle moving forward for a while. Probably the big Dokkan Fest and stuff will probably be like really killers in that mode.
Mm. Okay. I guess we'll do a couple more, then we can move on to legends. Are you hoping for Team Bardock to get easy A or easy area?
Easy A.
Easy A would be the obvious answer, but we know they're going to get easy area'd.
I would say easy A area, and then they just do a normal easy A of the grade 8. But wait, did you say the Team Bardock free to play units or the grade 8s? Which one did you say?
The Team Bardock free to play.
Yeah, give them an easy A area, but then also give us a normal easy A for either the grade 8s or all the units that awaken from the Mass Saiyan middles. The Mass
If they
Saiyan.
did both, that would be insane. I would like that a lot.
Yeah, well, that's what they were doing for a while. They would do an easy A area and a normal easy A, and I thought it was fine. But then, like, they were just like, all right, well, now we're just gonna do easy A area. It's like, oh, that's not good.
One's I think what 350 or 300 million was when we did both an easy A and easy area.
No, we had that as recently as Goku and Vegeta, right? Yeah.
What would the easy A's and areas for that one?
Because the easy area was the Super Saiyan 2 Gokus.
So the problem I'm having is I can't talk.
Brad?
What's up, Brad?
Oh, am I talking?
Yeah.
You're talking.
Yeah, we hear you, dude. What's going on?
Bro,
I feel you're
like-
in equity, though.
Being smothered through a pillow, though.
Yeah, your mic's not.
No, it's because my freaking webcam. It won't stop setting my webcam automatically.
Oh yeah, the Logitech webcams have doo-doo.
Oh, it's okay. I'm taking it off. Sorry, my bad. Oops.
Okay, Brad. Let's do one or two more, and then we'll move
Came in
on.
like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, he did. Which villain should be the next Dokkan Fest or LR?
Riza.
I mean,
Who deserves it the most? Okay. For me, I would like to see it be Ma Junior from the 23rd
Kid
World
Buu
Tournament.
for me.
Yeah, I mean what? They're like 2 Junior cards the entire game.
Yeah, and one of them is the SR Super Strike that they never turned into a Super Strike.
yeah.
And that might actually be the best fight in Dragon Ball, is Goku versus Piccolo from that tournament.
Okay, actually, Boo probably.
I think
Yeah.
Boo and Bobbity together.
Boo has no LRs. There's not a single LR Boo in the game.
Yeah. I don't think people would be upset if they just made like Kid Buu like the best unit in the game, right? Like,
Yeah, his pass would have to be like key plus 12 at the start of the turn or something.
well,
Heal
I think,
50% HP.
a good way to handle that would just give him the same mechanic that LR Zamasu's got, where when he gets hit, he gets key. Boom.
Yeah, they could do that. Or whenever he attacks, he gets key, like killing Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
Have him do like 4 additionals or something. I don't know.
All right, here's a good one. I guess this is mostly for JP players, but because of Extreme Super Battle Road, was there a unit you appreciated more because of the mode? And what's the unit that has disappointed you because of the mode that you thought was going to be good?
Well, disappointed me was AGL, LR Gohan, and LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Those are the two that disappointed me.
They're just not made for that event. That's it. They're good. They're just not made for that event in particular. But is there one that surprised you? Like, damn, these are really good.
Out of all the units I've used in this mode so far.
For me, it's Boobity or Boobobity or whatever that heroes card.
Oh yeah, he's definitely good.
Yeah, he made it so easy for Ella Rose to get his super attacks off.
Actually, I've got someone. Evil Boo. Evil Boo has been
the physical one.
Yeah, the physical one. The physical he starts as an SR Evil Dokkan Awaken and do an SSR. So basically to UR, he's a really underrated card for the physical stage. He lowers the enemy's attack just by being there. He's got a either medium to high chance to dodge, and he seals up the enemy on super attack.
Yeah, I think I saw your video today. I didn't even think about using him. So
Yeah,
that's a good one.
What is it? A medium chance to dodge? Yeah, medium chance to dodge. So yeah, and all enemies lose 20% attack. That's really good, especially if you pair him up on a rotation with Omega. Yeah, enemies aren't doing anything to you.
That will probably be mine as Omega, STR Omega. I mean, I've been saying I think he's going to become stupid once we get a new Sin Shenron, but I mean, Omega just completely carries that Extreme STR stage.
Oh
You're
yeah,
gonna bring another friend, Omega. Yeah.
already know itemed it.
Yep.
Like it was that easy. Just have them on rotation both turns. Have Rose, have the Piccolo Jr. from the World Tournament, and then that's it. And and STR Cell, and you're good to go. Like you don't have to do anything.
You know what's pretty underrated? Even though I don't think they're that good in practice, but that physical Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I think he takes like 40% less damage when guard is activated, and his guard's activated the entire event.
Yeah, but does he get defense at the start of turn?
He does. Yeah, I think he
He
gets like
does?
80%.
Okay, let me check. Because yeah, that actually
Physical-
he would be
physical
solid there
Super
then.
Saiyan
Yes.
3? I don't think I have him.
Super Saiyan 3. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah, another
I
one
don't
of the
think I've pulled
JP
him because
shafts.
he's just showed up on random ban. Oh, I got one copy of him. That's it.
I don't know why would they? It's because he's so old, but like that really should be like damage received minus 80% when guard is activated. Like give him a purpose. Boom. Okay, so you're going up against int type units. He's dominant.
Yeah.
Because like if he's rainbowed, he's not gonna get killed for you, but because he has 70% defense at the start of turn plus 40%. I mean that is good, right? Because like AGL Zamasu can handle himself a little bit depending upon what's on the rotation and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, just if he uses an Icarus, he's not taking damage.
or if
Yeah.
you have like I don't know when 50% Gohan comes out, you put him on rotation with him. Boom.
God, I can't wait for that Gohan and Boo to awaken. They're gonna be so
Yeah.
fun.
His only problem is his stats are like so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, he almost has like free to play attack 12,200. That's very low.
That's like Demon King Piccolo territory.
Yep.
The strength one.
Yep.
I don't know why they did that.
Because they wanted people to go, oh, 200% attack. Whoa. And that is what happened, too.
He has
I mean,
8,600 defense, rainbowed.
Okay. There's a lot of questions, but we can't answer them all. So unfortunately,
Yeah, 'cause Legends actually does have some exciting stuff going on. So, yeah.
yeah, we got some stuff to talk about for Legends besides shitting on it as usual.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, we'll get to that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so transition over to Legends, guys. Brad, you there? Oh no, he can't hear us.
He said he was gonna fix his mic, but it's usually you just go into
Yeah.
settings in Discord and just swap the input or the output, whatever.
Alrighty.
Am I leading this too?
Sure.
I mean,
Of
we can
course.
take turns if you want. Legends has got, I mean, everything that they've announced moving forward in terms of content so far is all Gacha Banner related. There's been no news really
Well,
of anything else.
Can I say that
So
I
really
think
all we have
it's
to
a
talk
little
about
bit...
is new characters, I suppose, right? Is there anything else really we have to discuss?
I think it's a little bit different for Legends. Like, when you say, like, banners are content, right? Because, like, new characters for PvP, that's actually, like, a huge deal, right?
That is content. Yeah.
Yeah, for Dokkan,
Yeah,
like, they gotta
isn't
do
it-
events. But I think banners are content for Legends.
Oh, I agree. That's some more of like the fighting game side of it, because despite what people want to say, like, you know, it's more like a Xenoverse themed fighting game compared to something like Dragon Ball Fighters or, you know, Marvel vs. Capcom, Mortal Kombat, something like that. But it still does have a lot of elements from fighting games, and in fighting games, you know, the roster is everything. So that you're definitely right about that for sure.
I don't know why they decided to start with just showing off the 2 units with their Legends video and stuff, or at least release the other videos close to it, because they know that people are upset. Like, hey, there's no Chrono Crystals for us to grind, no new events. You just keep releasing characters. I don't know why their first thought was, okay, this is what we should do. Show 2 new characters. Why wouldn't you start with, hey, here's some events coming up. Here's this new thing we're working on. I find, like, if you're going to show the 2 characters, at least release the next video the next day or sometime soon, so people aren't like, oh, what the hell? More characters, great. Couldn't get the last 7 that you released. How am I supposed to get the next 2? Well, actually, no, it's 5. I forgot. It's 5 characters. We haven't seen the rest of them.
No, well, the only reason why I said that was because technically it's Broly and Chilai is 2. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what
but
that's
then
what
he
he's
said
getting at.
that. Well, he said technically 4. Oh wait, 5. There's more characters that they're bound to
Yeah,
show
because
us.
Goku and Vegeta are technically Vegito, right? That's
Well,
That
that's
was
not-
he was considering as well.
yeah, that's it. Those only those 2 are coming.
Okay. Very strange.
So he was just having word fumbling when he was trying to condense every character that's involved in these characters, and like he just had a word snafu, is what you're saying? Like the Japanese one cleared that up.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was confused about that too. He did hint. He was like, "We have, well, maybe 3. No, I guess you could say 5. No, 2." And I was like, "What? What is he saying right now?"
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was referring to more combination characters or he was saying that there's more to be shown in future videos that they're releasing. So I wasn't sure what he was trying to get at.
Yeah. Oh, this new system just almost doubles the available roster for them and gives them plenty more summon banner ideas. So we're going to be seeing this mechanic probably a lot in the future.
I think it's a solid baseline though. It does open up the door to a lot more interesting things, but the issue is I just hope they take the opportunity to explore it, because they said that, hey, co-op is going to get us somewhere, but it feels like they're not really exploring into it. Kind of like with Dokkan with the exchange mechanic, it's like it's a really interesting concept, but they didn't explore it. I just hope they don't abandon this, because this could be great, Oh, it's Goku and Vegeta fighting together. Main ability, oh, you can fuse into, Gogeta or Vegeta. Like it's a cool concept, and it could really go somewhere. I just hope it's not like, oh, we'll sprinkle it there, but exploring it doesn't seem that interesting. We're just gonna let it go. Hope they forget about it.
I do believe the first part, the positive part of what you just said, is their ultimate goal, because this way that they've set this up completely has no ties into Kampu Gacha. Therefore, they get around all of that, illegality of having multiple premium unit ingredients to make something better, which,
right.
That's illegal under the gambling laws they have in Japan. But this, since both units are featured in one summonable character, they can do all of that stuff and get away with it.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, like this is gonna sound maybe a little bit pessimistic, but like them being a dual unit doesn't mean anything, because it's literally just animation wise. That's what it is. There's no like interactions or like stuff that like is different about them as opposed to any other unit. They could have literally named the LF Piccolo and Goku. They could have done that, and it wouldn't have made difference at all. Like that, I don't know why I don't even know why they didn't do that. They called Piccolo the first dual unit in the game.
Yeah, because he has Goku come in on his ultimate arts when you actually get the legendary finish to activate.
Yeah.
And no matter, even if Goku's not on the team, Goku's one that jumps in. It's not like Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, who just makes use of whoever's already on your team or whatnot.
Yep.
So yeah, he is. You're right. He is technically the first one. It's like maybe he was their soft test of this, because the Goku's only featured in that one animation and only if you use it as a finishing move. So maybe that's why they didn't really classify him as their first official one. But maybe that was like the test platform where they, this idea became fully realized.
I'm curious to see what else they're doing with that unit. My hope is that it's not just, hey, it's like his main ability or his green card, Chinalai comes out of nowhere and steals at Dragon Ball. I hope there's more to it.
That's what it looks like.
I can almost guarantee that is what it's going to be like, but there might be like 3 or 4 different instances where you'll see that combination of attacks. But again, this is just like the most vanilla version of this.
Yeah,
so
they can definitely.
I'm sure it'll get developed where you use a red card and both Android 17 and 18 are on screen punching the person at the same time. But for this card, we're just this is the seed that they're planting to grow into a bigger plant.
It just seems like it's just animations at this point, right? That's basically what it is.
Because, but we don't know the passives and stuff yet, so there could be special stuff tied into it, when Chilai comes out to potentially do a yellow card instead of Broly or something, and Rising Rush, it has certain effects that'll only apply to her attack. Because we see her that she comes out and steals Dragon Balls, but that's just
that's the only thing they showed us.
The green card, so it does look like just an animation.
Am I
That's
working?
what the future videos are for. They did just say.
Cool.
What?
I'm seeing if I was working. You're good.
Oh, okay.
Brad's back. That's what the.
But yeah, that's what I hope the next videos explore into. But we'll have that. We don't even know when they're gonna release them. I have no reason. I don't understand why they're holding off on them, because everyone's like, okay, what's next? Wait, where's the video? What are we waiting for? Tuesday.
The units, yeah, it has to be Tuesday. There's no way they're gonna go another week without releasing these units. They showed them off. First of all, I don't know why they showed them off so early. They should have showed them off on. They should have put the video up on Sunday, or even Monday.
Yeah, it
And
would have
then
made more
Monday,
sense
because
then.
they're gonna release a Twitter preview on Monday. They always do that. These could have like taken the place of that and just released the video on Monday. It would have been fine.
Did the Japanese version give any type of accurate indication as to when these characters were actually showing up in game? Like, is this their response to like Saiyan Day and stuff like that, or is this coming like a week or two from now?
Gogeta dropped on the 26th last year, by the way.
Yeah, I don't. Well, what is Tuesday? Like the 24th?
The 4th, yeah.
Yeah, 24th.
Yeah,
That's definitely
24th.
when they're gonna drop. I don't see them dropping unless they're pulling a Android 21 on us and dropping them on a Friday. I don't think they were gonna release them on another day than that.
Could totally do that.
Do you think now they're gonna drop that you know that Gogeta, the transforming Gogeta? No, it wasn't was it transforming? I don't remember. The free one that we would have to face against that was very difficult with that unique blue card. You think they're gonna drop that one as a free to play character that you can grind up, like the Vegito, as a rising battle?
I don't think they're ever gonna drop that guy.
It would be such a good
that very well
opportunity.
could be one of like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku we fight against in the story mode. That could be something that's just exclusive to the AI. I mean, I don't know for sure, but
maybe. But it would be great if they did that, because I mean, you already touched on, you know, Vegito. You're clearly holding back Gogeta for obvious reasons. Maybe they're gonna drop that free to play one. Maybe it's a rising battle character.
oh, my imagination can totally run wild with the stuff they're gonna do now. There's gonna be LF versions of these combo units, and then they're gonna have a step up banner where it's the transforming Goku and Vegeta that turn into Super Vegito, and then the other LF banner is gonna be Goku and Vegeta, who then main ability into Gogeta instead. It's gonna be nuts.
I can see that.
Literally just Dokkan.
That's priming us for.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee that there will be both transforming on main ability and like Legends limited versions of these combo units.
So you're saying year 2 now, right?
I don't know if it's coming that soon, but just looking into the future, I can definitely see that. Like,
You know the strangest thing that they talked about in that video, and I have no explanation for why they even mentioned this. When he was like, "Oh, these units are not meta breaking." It's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for getting me hyped."
Yeah.
We already
Maybe
know
he
at
was
this
just kinda
point.
throwing that out there to like make free to play players not as anxious or something. I don't know, but
We already know at this point that they probably don't have a good grasp of balance. I mean, Regen is a solid case for it. So when they say we try to make them not meta breaking, we already know that I'm not gonna take your word for it. It's Vegito. For all I know, he's gonna like slaughter everything.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
that was a hint for him saying like they're not meta breaking, that neither one of them is going to be like a limited style of unit, because the Vegito, they didn't show off. They didn't show it off, but it looks like he doesn't have an ultimate arts. Like if he does, they didn't show it off.
Yeah, I don't think he has
no
one.
ultimate arts. He's probably not going to be a limited unit. And the Broly, he looks cool, but it didn't like, based off what they showed off, is stealing Dragon Balls. Unless he comes in and steals like all 7 Dragon Balls, like Chilai comes in and just takes them all or something.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, like steals all enemies' Dragon Balls upon activation.
Well, they did
activates
fire a
one.
Rising Rush right after. I was like, what the hell is he? Did she take all of them? Do you get all 7 of them back?
Dude, they could very well introduce something like that. It wouldn't surprise me. Like different ways
I
to
hope
mix
they
up the
don't.
meta. But yeah, like they just didn't seem like either one of them. They looked really clean, and I'm not saying they looked bad, but they didn't seem like, oh my god, this unit's just gonna kill everything it comes in front of.
He didn't seem like this may sound weird, but when I looked at his animations, he seemed more like a Rising Battle quality unit than he did a summonable one. I don't know if anyone else.
I
Talking about
agree.
Broly?
Yeah, like his
Yeah, he's
animations,
not very
like
angry. He's just kind of like, it looks
Yeah,
like
like
he's
his-
half interested in the fight at that point. 'cause
his
he's not all-
backhand fizz and like the animations felt like they had no real impact. And you know that moment where he shoots the beam out of his mouth, like the side rotation that they did like in the movie. Well, in the game, it looked a little funny. I'm like, it doesn't. Is this summonable, or is this a Rising Battle unit? Because it doesn't. He was talking about, hey, we hope you see the quality of the unit and stuff. It's like, okay, I see it. The Vegito has 2 move sets, one when he's base form and one when he transforms, but Broly summonable, it doesn't really seem like he's that level of quality to me.
Now he didn't look as good as DBS Broly. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I looked. His animations looked a little funny. Like the spinning backhand thing when he just stays in place too, just looks like it has no impact. So I'm like, is this
Kind of like the
summonable
yellow
quality?
Goku Black's little kick at the end of his red card, where he does a little
No,
shin kick.
you know who looks like they have no impact at all? Blue Trunks.
Oh yeah,
he
with
has
a
no
sword,
impact,
it's like he's
period.
brushing you with a big like
Yeah.
duster. He's like, oh, let me get that for you.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe that I guess that's what maybe was hinting at, that they're not going to be limited super exclusive units in terms of like defining the meta that way, like how like a LR or LF Frieza that you don't pull after 20,000 crystals.
I just wanted to note, someone in the comments said that the video said the animations aren't final. Aren't we way too close to release for them to be like, all right, revamp right now,
That's
change
something
his
that they
animation.
always have like fine print like that. I wouldn't read
Yeah,
too
It's
much
like
into
a
it.
disclaimer, yeah.
It's like a band-aid for
Maybe
the
it
problem.
also
Like,
relates to the fact that they didn't show like a portrait image of him with a health bar, because obviously they probably don't want to give away what color he's going to be. But
Okay, well, on that, somebody pointed out to me that it showed the Broly as red, but then it showed the image was blue Broly, and I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to take this as like fact because first of all, the image is wrong, and we've seen whenever they do like previews for units and like Dokkan and stuff, like that's not always what the typing
actual
is.
typing is, yeah.
and then beyond that, they have the ability to just do whatever the hell they want in this game. Like, look at all these PvE battles. They take our units and turn them into blue, turn them into purple.
Yeah.
It's like the same
Yeah.
one. Now he's green. Now he's yellow. Like, they can do whatever the hell they want and change it at the last second just to fake us out. So yeah, it's not really reliable till the unit releases and you see the preview in game in like official capacity.
What the fuck?
All right, we went off completely off track. We kind of just took a dump on the units first.
Well, what colors do you think they're going to be? Because for me, I think we're seeing
Yellow.
a yellow
Yeah.
Vegito,
Yeah,
and then I would probably say a red Broly. Or
I
a
think
blue
so
Broly.
too. I think he's a rising battle unit. I'm not convinced he's summonable. Like, I don't think they did away with it. I don't like the new way that they have these grindable units. Like, I didn't like Android 21's way of grinding her, but oh wait, that's probably not.
I would actually say blue Broly and Chila is probably more likely because we did just get Janemba and Tapion, right, for movies that are both red.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Tapion, yeah.
Hear me out on this, which is probably not going to happen. But what if they use this opportunity with the combo units to put like blue and then / green, both on the same unit? Like each character is representative of a different color, so it's both units and it's subject to the.
Would really spice up fighting, if you ask me. If you could switch typing, that'd be huge. But I don't think they would do it.
Yeah, I think it's too early for that in their developmental testing and planning of this, but I would really love to see that as well.
Well, he did specifically mention that it's like, we kind of worked with limitations of phones and stuff like that. So like it was with how the dual unit would work, right?
Yeah, they did say that.
Yeah, what did he even mean by that? What is he talking about by limitations? Like,
I think he means like instead of being able to control like both at the same time or something, like they have to make it so that you can like move it with your like tapping your phone and stuff. There's no actual controls, right? Like you're not playing with a controller.
Yeah, and in reference to the fact that you're probably not actively in control of swapping them in the same sense we're used to with swapping characters right now. Like you're not actually swapping between Broly and Chilai manually. Like Goresh said, it's just a feature built into the character's animations and passives and probably stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely yellow Vegito, and I can't really make a prediction on Broly. Like they could make him any color, honestly. We already have a green Broly, we already have a blue Broly, we already have a purple Broly, we already have a yellow EX Broly. We don't have a red Broly in the game, but like you said, there's red.
You have red Broly. He's the free to play one.
Yeah, the Rising Battle.
Oh yeah. You're right. I forget about him. So yeah, they already have every single color of Broly represented. So they can...
What was the first one? Blue, right?
Yeah, the first one was
yeah,
that was in the game.
The Zenkai one.
Yeah, they're definitely. You know, it'd be hilarious if they just took a dump on every Fusion Warriors running guy and they made Vegito purple. They just took a dump on everyone. It's like, hey, buddy, you're forced to run purple, red now.
Purple doesn't need any more units right now. Like, it's by far the best color right now.
Yeah, but they don't even understand that. They're like, release more purple. It's my favorite color. I don't care. Just make
Yeah,
every
definitely
Rising
see-
Battle equivalent red to cover the purple. That's the Band-Aid solution to it.
I definitely
know-
see purple than yellow being the two dominant colors in the game at the moment.
Yellow, really?
Just
They
because
need
it
it.
counters
It's
the
their
purples.
Yeah, I
oldest
guess
type.
maybe. I was gonna say green, but I mean that's heavily reliant on Zenkai too, right?
Yeah, Zenkai and LF Vegeta and LF Beerus, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because green was so bad for so long. Like it was just very mediocre.
Yeah, that's true.
They're definitely up there depending on how healthy your
Well-
box looks.
I should say that green is actually it was like a really like techie color. You know what I mean? Like you had to really like work with the units, but they were good units. Like Absorption Goku with his healing and boosted damage and cover and stuff like that. They were good units. It's just you had to think about it more than just DBS Broly knocks your face in. You know, it's like
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
because green has like Super 17 and stuff like that. That's like not. They don't just come up to you and just kick the shit out of you. You have to like actually like, do stuff with them.
Thinking about this, I don't know how much y'all have noticed this too. It's the green has a lot of defense units stacked under that color. Like, you know, you got Zenkai Buu, you have like the Android 16, you have a lot of defensive units are green. A Super 17, another one. There's still other, you know, offensive green units, but a lot of the good ones are
GT
defensive.
goes more like yellow, doesn't it? Full power Frieza, Sin Shenron, the annoying sustained damage cut, healing, and wait, not healing, but second life and stuff. I think yellow's defensive units are the biggest problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely both up there.
I have a question for you guys. What do you think about their battle styles? Like tank, healer, damage dealer. What do you think?
Support.
I think they're having an issue here where everything is being rendered. All those typings are being rendered useless by their damage dealers just wiping the floor with them. It's a bit of a problem if you ask me. Like, oh, okay, you're a defensive unit. Why does it matter? I have an ability that cuts your defenses. Bye bye.
I definitely think Vegito, just to answer Gresh's question real quick, Vegito's going to be melee type. My prediction on that is just based solely around the fact he's got a melee style super with the rush forward Vegito, the Spirit Excalibur slices.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's actually a good point.
So I'm almost guaranteeing that he's going to be probably melee.
It could
And
be
then
defense type, right?
It's possible. Like they could throw a curveball like that, but if he is defense, he'd be defense with his strike stat being the favored stat, I would still say.
Yeah, yeah.
And then for Broly, I don't know. I'd say blast range type because I don't know. He's got the uniquely colored blast. He's got Chilai with the gun. That just could kind of make sense to me, I guess. Or maybe a support type for movies as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say support because the current movies team is like so strike based. Like Bojack and Gohan are both strike. Zenkai Broly is strike. Like Zangia is strike. I think like all those guys are strike based.
The Gohan, yeah, all of them.
So if you make like it's sort of bad actually because the movie team is like never gonna have an opportunity to make that switch over to being blast based. Like it's gonna take a lot.
Yeah, so that's what I'd say. He's like they have the old purple DBS Broly who's blast type. The green Broly on movies is defense, and then red is melee. So I would say support would make a lot of sense, or range type, mainly just based off the consideration of Chilai and her gun.
Yeah, I mean, because the Vegito too. Like if he's defense type, like what are the other defense types on fusions? We have Go tanks, and then we have
The red Vegito.
yeah, the red Vegito. I mean,
And DBS Gogeta is tanky, but he's range type as like official classification.
well, all transforming units are just tanky naturally because their defenses are so high.
Yeah, makes sense.
And this guy's gonna be transforming too. So I mean, if he's a defense type, that could be scary actually.
Did I completely misunderstand the question you asked?
Yeah, we said like, do you think they're gonna be melee, ranged?
Oh, I thought you asked what are our thoughts on how they're handling melee types, defensive units, support units. So that's why I went on that random tangent.
I mean, it kind of tied together, I guess.
Did you notice that the Vegito has a green card that's very similar to Baby's?
Yeah, I talked about that in the video actually, in my reaction video. I was like, this is literally just Baby's green card.
Yeah, my hope is that they can't chain into it because I can't remember if they showed chaining into it, but if they did,
It definitely chains into the blue at a very minimum.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
that's what
not going
showed
to be
him do the
pretty.
green card back to back into the blue in the preview.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like you said, it's just an invisible barrier of key. It's like a combo extender type of green card. Not like the immobilize, like what Frieza or Janemba or Green Gogeta has, but just the knockback style of one, like Baby, or when you activate a bubble shield on someone like Buhan or something.
Mm. What do you think they're gonna? What do you think he's gonna buff? Just fusions, same old.
Has to be. I mean,
Probably.
at least, right? At least Fusion Warriors, because that tag
Yeah.
is so limited.
I would say they might, just based off of what else they've been doing recently with like the Frieza, the Goku, the Raditz, he might do fusions and then have a secondary of like Majin Buu saga.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I feel like they're starting to explore these sagas more because we already have Majin Buu saga existing. So I'm wondering if they're going to start exploring that more. They started with the Saiyan saga already now, so I wonder.
Yeah, the
What
Bardocks
about-
have the Saiyans.
What
the
about
Bardock
Super
ones.
Saiyan?
That'd be crazy though, honestly. If he did, that would actually be nuts.
Like that would kind of revive the Bardock, right?
That
I
would
mean,
be
yeah,
one of the
Bardock's
things
still
that he
alright.
gained access to, like after he transformed or something. He would start buffing everybody else on the team after
Well,
that or something.
think
Or
about
just on the
this.
Z ability generically, kind of like LF Namek Goku, kind of. You mean?
Yeah, I mean, think about this, because that Bardock is on the Frieza banner. That would kind of entice people to go back and summon for him if they pulled the Vegito and they were like, "Oh, he's a Super Saiyan, like buffer or something."
Or he gets a Zenkai, the more likely,
Stop. That
the
Bardock's
more
never
likely
gonna get Zenkai.
choice.
Never. That Bardock's never gonna get Zenkai. They're gonna nerf him before they buff him.
Yeah, I would like to think they want to just let him get phased out of relevance because they made him too busted. But let's be realistic here. They're thinking, what about instead of phasing him out, we bring him back if they put more money? Zenkai him,
Are you talking which character?
the Super
Blue
Saiyan
Bardock.
one.
Oh, the
Blue
blue
Bardock.
Bardock.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he'll definitely get a Zenkai one day for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one day,
I-
not now.
I think at some point he'll get one.
But see, he's one of those like characters that he's just never gonna really be bad
Yeah.
because of what he does. Like Blue Cooler's in the same boat where it's like he's never gonna be. You can't say he's ever gonna be bad, right? Because
Yeah,
I mean, he's helping all these units that are always gonna be like getting bigger and bigger units, like LOE and stuff like that. Is always gonna have big units.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So it's
because
like-
every time a new unit comes out that is like in like tier 1 or like tiers whatever the top unit is, like him being able to help them just makes him so much better just innately.
Yeah, it doesn't even. He could be doo doo, and it's like it literally doesn't mean anything. It's,
Yeah,
then he just dies. It just helps the other guy get better. Like,
exactly.
I'm gonna have to restart my computer again. I don't know what the heck's going on, so I'll be back.
Alright.
Okay.
Do we want to talk about V Jump?
Yeah, because we also have the imperfect cell and the future Trunks to talk about also.
Regen buff, baby. Yeah.
I can't believe they're actually like they have the nerve to show that in V Jump.
I don't even think that they think of it as a problem. I think that they in the developers' heads, Regen is this is how Regen plays, and all the characters they release for it are gonna fit this narrative, and this is what you get. Like I
Just keep
no, and
making
to
it
top
the
it-
bad
like
guy.
To top it off, they literally say, "Oh, Cell specializes in healing." It's like that's not what we want.
At least the nice thing about it, though, is there's no doubt in my mind that Trunks is going to have anti-regen, and he also has an ability to be type neutral. So at least it factors in that. I think he's going to go on Future, and he's going to be blue specifically for that, because there's no doubt they made him type neutral, because all the green regen units would slap the crap out of him if he did not. There's no doubt he has to be the new Future blue unit and type neutral with anti-regen. There's no doubt. It has to be that.
Yeah, I mean, I would want at least him to be anti-regen. To be honest, I want them to release the next 5 units in a row, all anti-regen. But I
What's that? You wanted 5 more units to regen? Guess what? They're
Anti-regen!
they're ready to send it your way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the concept of just being like, oh, okay, well, regen's a problem. Let's just give the next unit that comes out anti-regen as like a unique. It's like such a stupid way of solving the problem.
What's stupid is they're the designated bad guy. It's always like, let's bump up regen and then just release the dude to hate him.
It's because the playstyle is just so like not fun to play against. Like, who wants to play against a Majin Buu who literally you're like about to kill him and you're like, okay, cool. He's oh, Like you just heal to full health. Great.
It doesn't help that they gave Piccolo the same thing. What is this? He takes less damage, heals 30% of the damage he takes, and then you put Baby on the same tag. Like, why? When this dude's the last guy, you're one-on-one fight with him, you're going to lose. Because you'll beat him up, he'll get his Vanish back, he'll heal 30%, and it's just a war of attrition. And guess what? You're gonna lose. It's Regen. Why would you win? The dude is just gonna beat you to death.
Oh yeah, I've successfully seen Regen teams tank upwards of 35 million damage and end the fight with all three of their characters still alive.
Yeah, it's ridiculous
You can
how
thank
much
Baby for that.
Oh,
they
for
just keep
sure.
gassing up this
All him
one tag
in that,
for
in
no
that
reason.
sense.
Biggest mistake they ever made in this game is releasing that Baby.
I wonder what is worse, the Bardock, the Super Saiyan Bardock back when Holy Trinity was a thing, or this Baby now with Regen being a big problem? Which one do you think?
Baby's
Baby?
way worse.
Oh,
Because at least you with Bardock, at least you were just dead instantly. This one, it's like 10 minutes of your life is just gone.
that is
Yeah.
true.
I think Goresh is right that Baby is, in that sense, worse for the game. It was just probably more noticeable back in the Bardock days because there were like 2 or 3 teams you could use back then, and that's it. And it's like, oh, well, fuck, I guess I'm seeing this Bardock team in like 99% of all the matches I go into. So, might have been a little bit more noticeably frustrating back then, but I think the actual effects are worse now with Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the Bardock, at least you could kill him. Like, it was kind of like if he got a combo off on you and he switched into Broly, you were just dead. But if you like caught Bardock with somebody, then like I don't know. I don't think at that point like Green Bardock wasn't still like the top of the game, but if you like locked in the blue Bardock with him and like killed him, like that was it. You won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that whole team is just based around crit damage. It didn't have any cover swaps at the time unless you were using like IT Goku. It didn't have any advanced tools to get around all this stuff like we have now.
Just pure brute power.
Yeah, that's like kind of like what the yellow blue team is now, but even that's better off now than what it was back in the day. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the Trunks. I think he's really cool looking. In Perfect Cell, like I don't know, I like his design, but he never struck me as like a character that you'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go kick ass with it in Perfect Cell. He's like always one of the characters you avoided in most games. It's like, oh, that's the weakest version. Like, forget about it.
Yeah.
But watch them counterbalance that really hard and make him super disgusting.
You know, since
Yeah.
we're still talking about these units, I think Goresh, you translated that the Trunks has one of his attacks. I think it's his blue card, or it's his ultimate. He comes in close range. Is this just your traditional ultimate? You go up to them and then hit them, or is this like you do a transmission, you get close to them and then you hit them? Like, what is it? What does that mean?
It literally says like instantly go to close range.
That's
Yeah,
like
what
IT Goku's green card.
Yeah, and then is it like an AoE attack? Like Zenkai Boo's, or
What, if I had to wager a guess, since we have no video reference material, I think it would be like IT Goku's green card, and then he goes in, and then he hits with a melee hit, and at that point it becomes like a melee style super. Just instead of rushing forwards like the Red Janemba or someone like that, he's just gonna teleport and just be right there. So it'll have
Even if you this is the attack he used against 17, right? Where he just blasts him in the face or something.
No, it's the attack. The ultimate arts is going to be the heat dome that he
No,
uses
I'm talking
against
about
himself.
this is the super attack that we're talking about.
Oh,
right
the
now.
super attacks. Yeah, that's horizontal beam that he just
Yeah.
like one shot.
Yeah, that like because what he did was he literally just like instantly like zoomed into him and then just did it. Like he's dead instantly.
okay.
Yeah, so I feel like it's going to have the properties of like the like rush forward physical hit special moves, but then it's going to skip that with the teleport. Like
The reason why I'm curious is because I'm wondering if they're trying to introduce this in order to switch up playstyles. Because it seems like right now a lot of the fighting is reactionary. People just wait upon things to happen. I wonder if this is some sort of answer to it, but I guess it's not.
You know what's funny about that? This is exactly the problem they tried to avoid with the Battle System 2.1 update, and it did literally nothing.
Yeah.
That's what I've been
That's
saying for the
ridiculous.
past like 4 months. Like
I
it was
think
the
the
worst thing
biggest the biggest detrimental factor to the reactionary play style in this game is the perfect vanish system. I think that's more so than tackle or tap blasting or tap punches or whatever else. I think perfect vanish is what most people are trying to exploit by playing passively.
I think that was always the thing. It's really strike canceling out tackle that changed everything. Because now people are just like, I'm gonna try and wait for him to come in with a tackle, and I just time my strike card for him. The window that strike beats tackle is just huge. It's massive. Like there almost never will the tackle actually win. So people just wait to strike card you.
And it
That's what
also
makes
makes
that's what
makes
makes
things
movies
like
even more annoying because friggin' Vegeta, he has in almost all scenarios when you're mid range, he will win. If you go for a blast card, blast armor. If you go for a tackle, he wins with his tackle. And then if you have a blue card, he's mid range. He's gonna get to you first. That's why I hate movies.
that also is a reason why like stuff like green cards and main abilities are so much better than they used to be now too. Because if you main ability into somebody who was like in the middle of tackle, like you couldn't do anything. They were just gonna attack you and kill you or start a combo on you with a tackle.
Are you
Now
talking
you
about
can
the
strike
freeze
him.
frame image?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is super clutch for sure.
I see so much of that now when playing. Every little instance where you're close to someone, it's just like I'm gonna pop a green. I'm gonna pop my main. It's just so much. It's just so much stopping of time. You're like, what the hell's happening? What is happening?
That's
How do I
probably
react to
mostly
all
your
this?
fault, Fresh, for spreading that information out to the community.
What'd you say?
I think we.
I
all
said that's
knew.
probably mostly your fault for spreading that, like the green card, freeze frame, see what the enemy's doing. Because every time I hear PvP videos, I'm like, I'm just gonna pop this, see what he's doing real quick.
Yeah,
I think
mean,
we're all guilty of it though, because it's just such a easy thing to exploit.
it's really OP with the Rising Rush because if you see the exclamation point, you just know you're gonna get it in, right? They'll have the Rising.
Oh
There's
yeah,
really
the
no
thing is
avoiding
to
it.
try and counter you, and you just slam them right in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always that's always real risky doing just naked rising rushes like that where they're not guaranteed, but it can have some serious payoffs too when it connects.
I don't also, but for the scan, it doesn't say specifically Ultra Space Time banner, but I assume it is going to be Ultra Space Time.
It looks
Yeah,
like
I would say too. With the video and stuff covering the what they I guess are planning to be the real hype. This is probably next month's Ultra Space Time, and they're just getting back on track of the timing right because those usually come out like without the CR99 0405 stuff messing everything up. Those usually come out 15 days ish before the banners drop, the magazine articles.
Yeah.
The only
I
time
mean-
that hasn't been the case is with the Super Saiyan 4 step up, I think.
I mean, how much longer do we have on the current one? I think the current one ends on the 14th, right? Of
Yeah, they're like
April?
mid-April, I think, for most everything.
Oh,
Early to mid-April. So that'll be Ultra Space Time, and then before that, we'll get all this stuff, which again really makes me think that they're really setting the bar extremely high for the second anniversary. Like they're gonna be throwing some heavy punches when it comes time to that.
Hopefully, because they need to.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like a lot of the player base is riding on what the second anniversary is going to look like.
oh, dude, straight up, yeah. If it
If
flops,
it's doo-doo,
like,
it's over.
They have to be setting it up big because, like, with all these precedents setting now, like it's like 2.5, 3 months before anniversary, and we're getting the game's first combo character now when they easily could have just waited and saved that for anniversary. So they must have some pretty big plans.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Because you know what would really just turn off the entire player base? Oh, we're gonna have 2 step-up banners featuring, 3 new characters each, 2 new LFs, and no events for you.
2 LFs? You mean 4? They got to match Dokkan, right?
All right.
Yeah, part 1 is still.
I don't know you're still here, dog.
because
in
there's
perfectly.
more. Slash the rates even more. Instead of 0.25, it's now 0.125 for each one. Have fun.
They're going to
That
introduce
is-
super LFs.
It's a good point to bring up though, because Dokkan and Legends have been trading back and forth here in a real eerily like similar manner. Like we got the Bardock first in Legends, and like a week later, Dokkan released it. And then Dokkan released Broly Chilai and whatever the orange dude's name is, and now like 2 weeks after that,
Whoa,
Legends is
Limo,
releasing
dog.
it.
You don't know Limo?
They're trading blows like with each other. Like there's got to be some behind the scenes cohesion going on here.
Oh, there's no way there's not. I mean,
Yeah,
you'd
there
be
has to
stupid
be.
to not work together a little bit on stuff. Like,
There
Well,
you go.
it's
That
all-
confirms it. Super Saiyan Blue Fusion 2nd anniversary. You heard it here.
I'm not someone who believes really in coincidence, and this is like the prime example of what someone would call a coincidence.
I don't know, man. This Vegito has heavily pushed me away from thinking the Blues are coming for the anniversary.
No,
I
I think
can't.
they
Super Saiyan.
are. I think
I
it
can't
could
imagine,
kind of
dude.
Forced it to me because I find it so odd that with Broly they're releasing a Vegito, and I think it's because hey, we already did a transforming Gogeta. They're really holding on to the blue Gogeta. I think if there's anything to drop at the anniversary, it has to be the blue fusions.
That's
People have
just
been
too
waiting
much for Fusion, though. Like,
People have been waiting for Gogeta for well, it's perfect though. They've been gassing up Regen. We're gonna have a Super Saiyan Blue Vegito on one of them that has like a huge anti-regen passive. It's bound to happen. Like people have been waiting for Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta for 18 months now. They've been waiting since the movie came out. They're like, oh, what the hell? Where's this guy? They gave us Gogeta, but he's type blue. That's the wrong one.
Think of this too, like because last year they released Blue Gogeta at the same time in the year as they're releasing this Vegito, right? And then they also went ahead and released Super Vegito during the anniversary. So I don't think, I don't know if Blue Gogeta is coming for the anniversary. I would probably say no, but I think Blue Vegito is probably a pretty safe
Him and
bet.
Spirit Sword Trunks.
Another one,
fusions
though?
Zamasu, yeah.
that's crazy to me, though. To have 4 Vegitos in the game, like, I don't know, man. That's like I don't know.
He's my
Good.
favorite fusion, so I'm not gonna say no, but I find it very, very weird that it's like, we're just gonna keep holding on to Gogeta. Like, why? Just drop him. What are you gonna wait for?
I think they should have dropped him at the same time as Broly. Like,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
doesn't matter if the
100%. I
other-
agree.
It's so stupid that they didn't do that. People, I think that actually really hurt the game in the long run. Like, one of the main reasons why the game isn't doing well. That's probably one of them, to be honest.
What was that, like 6 months in? We got DBS Broly?
Yeah.
The only
I mean, that
saving
would've
grace
kicked
is
some
that
shit,
is
like,
that
going, yeah.
The Gogeta now isn't going to be power crept as hard as that Broly has been.
Yeah,
Which
but
sucks, but yeah, I mean,
what you do is you release that Gogeta. He's top grossing every country in the world. You make him the best unit in the game, like not even close, and then you just go from there in terms of power creep.
And then you give him a Zenkai.
Sure.
There you go, yeah. Finish off with that.
No,
I don't know, man.
Seriously, it's because right now it's either you release like four Vegetos or you release like 4 Zenkais. Like everyone would rather have the Vegetos.
So wait, you guys have no. The only thing I could see if they didn't go the blues, only I could see maybe like UI Goku, but like Mark Goku, not like UI whatever it's called.
That's literally
Time.
exactly what I was just about to chime in
I
and
could
say.
only see that if we
would-
didn't get the blues, because there's nothing else that hype. Maybe
Ultra Instinct
Kefla,
Sign Goku and
but-
Kefla.
not by herself. She's
Wait, you mean for the anniversary?
yeah.
They could do Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but I don't think he's coming soon.
They could, but that's just you're in the same damn boat. I don't want Fusions to be this strong. Like it's not even a bad team leading up to this Vegito coming out. It's such a good team still. Like Red Vegito is the most defensive damn unit in the world. Like
It's gonna
I hate
happen. You know it too. This happens. They did it first year. Like, let's make Regen super strong.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Big
comparative
Fusions
to all the other
destroyed
teams
them.
in the game, Fusions
This is
has
their.
fallen
This
off.
is their.
well,
Go-to
we know where the game is. It's gonna end off with gods versus fused warriors. I mean, that's where Super's basically at, right? Who's the
That
top
was-
of the top?
That was
Some
really
really
the
people.
theme of the first anniversary. Remember?
Yeah. No, it was, yeah. Dude, I don't know, man. Like but that's where the anime's been there for 2 years now. I mean, it ended off there basically. The only things that were competing were either gods or you had to be fused, and that was it. You weren't winning otherwise, unless you're Broly. That's about it. But like, I don't know.
I mean,
I
they
could
could
see,
go.
I could see Jiren, and then I could see Goku. 2 years down the road from that, you get UI Goku, like UI Goku, and awakened Jiren. But I don't know, because Super they don't want to touch it in any game, so I'm not sure.
It's because anime's not back on. If we had other arcs to go to, I'm sure we would have a lot of tournament power events going on.
Well, think about it this way: if you're concerned about balance, then they could do what they did for like someone like the blue Majin Buu came out, where like he's regen, but his kit like doesn't want him to be on our team with other regen units.
Yeah.
So they could do something like merge Zamasu and then Spirit Sword Trunks for the anniversary, except they can make it so that merge Zamasu really doesn't want to be on Fuse Warriors
Yeah, they're gonna stack him to Future and
or Realm of God or sorry, God Key.
Regen.
Future and God Key. That's what he'll have.
Yeah, like maybe he gets like an extra 50% damage dealt if he's on a team with like 2 other God Key units or something. So that means you don't want to run him on fusions.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that, or you could just like not make him Fuse Warrior, but then
It's
people
the
be
same
pissed
way
off.
Super 17 kind of sucks on fusions, but he's an option.
Well, he's
Yeah.
only good because of his ult. Like he's only good in general because of his ult, though. Like,
And his defense, his tanking, and his.
well,
cover
he's tanky, but he's really he's too good on the bench when there's better options on GT and on Fused Warriors. But I mean, for bench unit, it's ridiculous. Or androids, not what's it called? He does
No,
what
you're
GT
right.
and androids.
GT, Fuse Warriors, and androids. Those are his 3 placements. But he's still
But he
pretty
doesn't-
good on androids. But the other 2, yeah, more bench.
Yeah, because you're not gonna want to run him over somebody else unless you want that ult specifically. Like you can take advantage of that well. I mean, other than that, I mean, you could take a hit, but Red Vegeta is always gonna take a hit better at 14 stars guaranteed. I don't know, bro. The game. I think the big problem that Legends has is they just don't do stuff evenly. They just buff the living shit out of something, and then they just nuke it the next week, and then they just buff something else. And it's like, stop this. Like this, it's decent balance, like it really actually is, but it gets old real fast when something gets so powerful, and then
I
it's
think
just
everything,
like, shit.
everything was fine before Baby. I think
Yeah.
at that point,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you.
Good. And then
Well-
Baby's like, bye bye.
Well,
Regen
no,
time.
because the thing with Baby is like he himself was a good enough buff for the team, and then after Baby, what did we get? We got like Zenkai Boo. Like I don't even. I'm gonna open up the list here in a second.
Piccolo, yeah, all the characters with healing built in.
Janemba, like no, well, he's not healing, but yeah, it's still.
Oh, he heals. Janemba heals. He's got an auto heal over time.
Oh,
Why
that's
do
right.
all
That's right.
movies units
21.
have this?
Yeah, we got Boo, then we got Zenkai Boo, or sorry, we got Baby, then we got Zenkai Boo, then we got both 21s, then we had also Janemba thrown on there, then we had Super Baby, or not Super Baby, just regular Baby Vegeta on there, then we had LF Piccolo, who else?
Then Shenron.
EX Boo in the middle of that.
Oh, Shenron's not on there.
Yeah, he should
That's
be.
it.
Him-
But that's still a
Shenron and
lot.
Baby are so annoying together.
Well, yeah, what is it
21
over
getting max
3
HP
months?
was just such a bad idea. That was so clueless of them. I
Like,
don't
Kid
understand.
Boo completely got overshadowed. Like he's not even on the. He's not even bench worthy, to be honest.
Well, see, so here's the problem. We're not stupid. I wish I was just stupid. I didn't see what they were doing, hyping it up for Fuse Warriors and like Vegito to come back in and just be like, all the region units. We can all see it though. You spend 5 months buffing a tag and then release the one unit that's gonna really just put them in their place. Like we're not idiots. Like that's what sucks about it. I wish I was just a standard player.
They did
And I
that
could be
last
like,
year. They did
"Oh."
the exact same thing last year.
Yeah, I
With
know, and they're gonna do it again
Super
next year.
Super Vegito.
It's not so much even that he's going to be the be-all, end-all anti-regen unit, but you can stack him with the purple Super Vegito. Then you have 2 anti-regen units.
And if they actually make him what would be a good color for him? I guess blue is probably
Yellow.
relatively optimal. Yellow's pretty good,
Yeah.
but for not
So
matching
blue
with
tank,
the colors.
No option.
Actually, anything but purple would be pretty good for him, if you ask me.
We're talking about blue Vegito.
I think green would probably be pretty nice
No,
to cover
just
I
this.
was gonna say green. Yeah.
Because if he
Yeah.
covers the red Vegito covers the purple Vegito.
But
How do you touch that
last
team?
Vegeta
Like-
just came out was just green, so you think they do 2 Fusion Warriors? In a
Yeah,
row
I don't
with
think
green
they'll
and
have that. I can't imagine either, but Dog, I don't know. It's just, it really is just the whole let's buff one thing, and then we'll turn a blind eye to that for a couple months. Then we'll buff something else, and we'll turn a blind eye to that for a couple months. And it's
been
like
a
if you,
problem
could just,
for so long.
if you could just do a fused warrior, then a lineage of evil, then a super saiyan, then a god, then a fused warrior, then a lineage of evil, then a regen, then a god, and just kind of like change it up all the time instead of just like regen, GT. Here's a regen, and it's like, bro. And now we're gonna get a new Gotenks soon. Think about how old Gotenks is. We gotta get a new one soon. You know?
Forming Goten. Yeah.
And it's just like I want it because it's dope, but for the balance of the game, it's not dope to fight. No matter what team, even if the team is trash, it's not fun to fight the same team every time you go to PvP. To use the same units. That's obviously you guys don't play like Pokemon or anything, but that's what I went through with Pokemon for years. Was fighting the same damn legendaries every season. So when they released Sword and Shield and they cut all that shit out, I was like, yeah, yeah. Like, it was nice. You know what I mean?
Remember when the Super Saiyan 4 banner came out and every match was versus GT?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
ludicrous. Yeah.
That is
Literally-
just that is a feature of this game that has existed since it started. Like,
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's viable. Right when it drops, people want to use it.
the only crappy thing about that is like the only way to combat that would be to have like dual and triple and like quad banner releases like all the time. Like, here's this banner for this team. Here's this banner for this team. You want to buff this team? Someone on this one. You want to buff that team? Someone on that one. You'd have to like, and then the player base would be like, I don't know what to summon on. My OCD is going crazy.
So I think like actually right there, I was thinking about something while you were saying that like it's a really good system. The one they had, I hate the double LFs. I hate it. We should now have gotten 7 units in one night, but it's a really good system having the same ticket for 2 separate banners.
They buffed
It's
like 3
really,
separate
really
teams,
good.
4 separate teams in one night
Yeah.
with those banners.
Yeah,
I do
that was
like
probably
that,
the best
though,
thing they
like-
did.
But the double LFs is just no. But it's like it's cool to summon for a unit, be like, hey, I want LF Piccolo. But then hey, if I get LF Piccolo in the summons, dope, let me throw it towards Frieza. Just not both LFs. Like that's it. I don't know, bro.
No, I agree. That was probably the smartest change they made so far. That was very good.
Well, I mean, if we can go really the smartest, the Super Saiyan 4's banner was the smartest banner ever. That was actually a fun banner to
in
summon
terms
on.
of buffing, they only buffed one tag. With these banners,
That's the
you
problem,
buffed
yeah.
Regen, you buffed LOE, you buffed Saiyans, you buffed the Bardock team specifically, you buffed the Saiyan Saga team specifically, which includes hybrids as well and stuff.
No, but I mean how the GT banner, like the actual summons work, like the cost of it, the like polling rates and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the only difference was that there's no LFs.
Yeah, there was
That's-
no
that really
huge
is the difference too,
limited
yeah.
on that banner.
It's just LFs suck. Like let's be straight up.
No,
Like,
they
LFs
really
are
do. Like,
so annoying.
The one thing I don't understand is why did they go back on how the so for the Super Saiyan 4s you buffed both tags at 3 stars. Why'd they move back on that? I was like, oh, this is a great. Is this your fix for your star system? Okay, not bad, because now you can just get the 100Z power from the co-op shop, get them to 3 stars. Hey, not a bad idea. But they went back on it. I'm like, what the hell? This would have been
Yeah.
perfect.
Some units will get that and some won't. Pretty much all the Legends Limited units get that, and then other ones like the Bardock squad or whatever, because they're EX units, they got it at 3 stars or whatever, whatever. But I don't know. They pick and choose who gets 3-star versus 5-star Z ability upgrades.
Yeah, because that was the next banner that came out after their star system change, I believe. And I think that's when they're like, hey, we heard your outcry. Here's our fix for you. And then everyone was happy because the banners were really good and the units buffed up. You didn't need too many dupes in order to get the buffs that you wanted. So everyone was happy. And then they're like, hey, you're too happy. Let me take that back.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny too? I'm pretty sure that those Super Saiyan 4 banners hit top grossing in like a few countries, but they weren't the big one. And
Yeah.
then we get to these 2 banners right now, and I think Legends was like what, like 9th or something in like the US and Japan. It was like not even close.
Yeah, they didn't. I don't know. It's I think when they realized they didn't hit top grossing with some of the hypest units ever, like the Vegeta and Rose, like
Super Saiyan
for those-
4s didn't hit it.
Yeah,
it
for
just-
those
that
2.
says a lot. Like, it says a
Yeah,
lot.
that does.
Do you think that's necessarily all the banner itself though, or them not providing enough like sales or enough ways to keep players engaged?
It's
to
not
keep
sales.
summoning?
Because Dokkan, they don't give any sales. They hit top grossing every single time. Legends is good
Yeah.
for sales.
Yeah.
Legends, I the way I do
Best value.
Legends is once I run out of sales, I'm hard capped. I'm not spending more after that. Like
I think
Yeah, it's like it's a norm for them. Like, who would buy crystals at full price when they always have sales?
there's
and
if
banners
I
drop?
don't do it, there's no reason for anybody to do it.
I think the issue is what anytime a new unit comes out, well, I don't know if anyone else shares the same thought process, but when you see a new unit, you think this is really cool, this is awesome. You think about all the different teams you can make. The thought that comes right after is, but PvP kind of sucks. PvP kind of sucks. You think about how
100%.
awesome
Where am
it
I
is,
gonna
and
use
then
this unit?
the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh crap, why does it matter? It's gonna be this rubber banding, choppy lag fest no matter what I do. So who cares? You can be the coolest unit in the world, but if I gotta sit there watch you 2 roast marshmallows while rubber banding, I don't really care. It's boring. It's not a fun experience.
Crappy thing is you're right, and I always forget about that, and then spend the money to summon the unit, and then go into PvP with them, and then I remember. I'm like, why
Every
did I
time.
spend this money?
Yeah.
Every time.
Every time you're like, this time it'll be different. Cha-ching! Ah, damn. It's a
First
mistake.
match.
Like-
Your opponent's connection is unstable. God.
First match, laggy movies.
Bro, I'm getting disconnected in co-op, and it tells me the opponent disconnected. It's like, you're the opponent, Legends. I don't understand, bro. Like, you are literally the opponent. What do you mean you disconnected? Like, it just drive me insane, dog. I got disconnected like 8 times the other night when I was trying to record this simple co-op for some random video, like in the background or whatever. And I sat here for like 45 minutes trying to do one effing co-op, and I was like, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah, dude.
I'll
took me
never
an hour.
understand.
Make
why
sure
a
you do
bot
it 99 more times to get that title.
Oh my god, F it, dude. Like,
I don't know why a bot doesn't show up there. Like, out of all
It's
the
ludicrous.
moments to have a bot take
Yeah.
a spot, why the hell would
That's-
co-op not be the one?
Well, at least they added a disband button, so you don't have to
I'm
literally.
pretty sure
but now
that's
everybody
out of the
disbands
game.
on me all the time, bro. Like,
Bots to co-op will probably be added at some point in the future.
Wow.
Judging by how it took them this long to add that disband button that you just mentioned, like they know that we want that, but it's just
Honestly,
taking
it makes
them their
sense.
sweet
They're a
time.
small indie company.
Do we want to move on to questions?
yeah, we can do that.
Well, I guess the other thing we would say, well, this is a big question that comes up, but now that they introduce combo cards, what kind of combo cards would you like to see?
Oh, they're going to do every single one. Every one that you can think of is going to be available in this game.
Yeah,
you know,
immediately
besides, like,
every fusion possible is a combo card, no doubt in my mind. So.
17 and 18, Boo and Hercule, Majub and
That one
Goku.
sounds sick, dude. Like Boo and Hercule.
Blue and
sounds
Hercule
dope.
would be fun.
That would,
I
I
want-
want a card like that. God, like
I really want Jason Birder.
You're going to have what
Oh,
is
that'd be
I
dope.
forget? I totally forget the dude that wears the goose on his head, and Mercenary Tao could be comboed on one card for Dragon Ball Team.
Shen.
Crane Hermit.
Yeah, the Crane
Yeah,
Hermit.
Master Shen, and then you have like
Go on, Piccolo.
Kid Goku and Kid Krillin. They could even, just based off the fact that this is all just basically the animations and stuff, they could do like Tien, Yamcha, and
Chaozu.
like
They could
I don't know,
they could
the-
literally just go
card,
open up
Piccolo,
Dokkan,
Tien, Yamcha,
open up-
Krillin.
open up Dokkan, go to the joint forces category, and that's where that's
just
what they're
snatch
gonna
them all,
put in.
dude. Literally.
It's perfect. Dokkan laid the roadmap for them for what they need to do.
Yeah,
It's
why
all there
not?
already?
Of
What about
course, like the
Perfect?
obvious ones like TOP Goku and Frieza and freaking like Frieza and King Cold and just stuff straight out of the anime. Like they'll have
Yeah,
all
Mecha
that
Frieza and
stuff.
King Cold is a good one. We don't have either of those characters in the game.
Yeah, I could see
Solid
that one.
Legends Road unit, if you ask me. Mecha Frieza.
Yeah.
Legends Road. They've been rotating them, but I haven't seen anything new or heard anything about them introducing a new one of those in a long time now. Is it?
You know what? On that note, they should let us get these units to 14 stars right away
Yeah.
at this point. What's the point of
100%. I agree with
holding
you.
these off? It's stupid.
But I mean, could you imagine that grind, bro? I don't think I could do that. I can't even
I
get.
don't-
Wow.
I don't
It's
think
no
they
different-
It's no
care.
different than a 21 grind.
Yeah, I mean, I did the
21
14 star 21 grind, so like, why wouldn't you let me do 14 star on the Legends Road?
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
Brad,
more of a
see,
man
Brad,
than I
you're,
am. dog.
you're hitting it from the angle of like the content creator that has to have everything. But in that sense, you'd be like, do I want this character? No, I don't care about this character. But I do
I would
want
at least
this
give you
one.
the
Let me
option.
put the time in over here.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, at least give the option for that. But I don't even think I'd have enough resource. I got a pretty stacked game at this point. I don't even have enough resources to finish like one Legends Road unit up to like 7 stars.
Right. Like
I
at
can't even
this
get to
point,
6.
especially if you have LF Piccolo, there is no justifiably good reason to waste a single resource on doing a Legends Road Piccolo. Like why? Why would you do
100%.
that? Like
Mm-hmm.
Full
If
Piccolo
this
jump.
Trunks comes out green, then there, like this one's in V Jump, then there's no reason to do that Gohan either. That's the problem with Legends Road because they gotta for free to play in this game, they gotta be like a hell of a free to play. Like can't
yeah,
just
like
be
Red
kind of
Vegito level or free to play 21 level.
Ginyu, whatever else. They can't just be like, man, they're okay. They're never gonna get used. Like if you release a yellow hybrid, who the hell's gonna pick him over Super Saiyan 2 Gohan? You know what I mean? It's like who's honestly, I don't know.
I mean, we're coming
Piccolo-
on the assumption that you have yellow Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
That's true, 100%. Yeah, and that's where the game having more characters will open that diversity. But then more characters, more banners, and we're back to the same thing. So, no, I feel you.
I think that you can. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because the Yardrat Goku, I've never seen anybody use him because there's 400 better Saiyans in the game than him.
Bro, I have used him in like 4 or 5 videos, dog.
How'd that work out?
Horrible. He's not that good.
I mean, yeah.
Proves his point. Proves his
Even
point
if-
exactly.
Even if he was good, there's like again 400 better Saiyans in the game.
Oh,
Let
100%.
me use Yardrat Goku over the brand new Bardock. A yuck.
Not even that, dude. The first Goku in the game is infinitely better than him and a Super Saiyan and Red. And it's like,
And
what-
Zenkai. Gotta add
Yeah,
that sprinkly
and
Zenkai.
dude. Well, yeah, I mean, he's only better because of Zenkai. He wasn't better before Zenkai, but like, infinitely better, dude. Like, why would you ever? Yard Rat Goku is cool, but this game isn't like Dokkan. You can't just have cool characters. Like, it's fun to have them for some events, but who's running USTR and being like, hell yeah, I'm hyped to use this Yard Rat Goku in this? Like, no, like, it's just you want to use him in PvP because the entire game is based around doing PvP with a little bit of grinding and PvE on the side. I don't know. It's just Legends just does it. It has a very big complex with stuff like that. Where Dokkan, whatever it is, you're just gonna do PvE anyways. Just go play with it. You know, it's like
You just
have
pissed
fun with
off
it.
that one passionate Yardrat Goku out there, that player. You just pissed him off. He's like, oh, Brad, I hate you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there are some like 1,000+ hour players out there that can just use whoever and still get decent results, but
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean,
they're going out of their way to basically troll the other and less experienced players because that character is generally non-competitive in any other way.
dog, I just went the other day and I used Hero Pan with Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, the transforming one, and I made a Lineage of Evil player forfeit. You can win, but it's just like you're just being a shithead. Like that's it. There's no way to say it. I was literally just being an asswipe, and I just used Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and just popped 4 or 5 green cards and bodied this kid with Pan with a Rising Rush, just to be a dick. But it's like, are you gonna do that like normally? Probably not. Like,
Just Zenkai all of the Legends Road units,
I mean, you
I
honestly
mean, they
could.
will eventually.
but make them all free to play, obviously.
Zenkai
If they
area.
actually did that, that'd be amazing. If they actually those were their free to play Zenkais, that would be amazing. I would love that.
The grind would be
Zenkai
the grind
area.
would be absurd, but like it would at least be obtainable free to play.
But then it's like, is it really absurd if you got like 40 Zenkai units in the game? Is it absurd at that point, or is it just kind of it would just blend into everything at that point, and everybody would have access to at least one Zenkai
If
unit?
anything, they should have led with one of them. Be like, here's a free-to-play option, and here's 1 or 2 premium options.
Yeah, that would just they should have done the model with Dokkan, which is like, oh, here's a grindable LR, and eventually there are summonable ones. How long did it take from Prime Battle Goku till Gohan?
Like half a year.
Yeah, so like I think that would have been a nice way to prime people up for it, but
Yeah.
nope, they needed the money now.
That's the thing. Yeah, Legends pushes
Jaden
so hard.
Wentworth, it's my money, and I don't want it now.
Get cash now.
I like how we
Cash
all just
now.
know that, dog.
That's one of the commercials that's ingrained in everybody's memory.
Oh, straight up, dude.
We can go
What is
to
this?
questions if you guys want.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Um,
there's no other real content to talk about.
Other than characters, yeah. I mean, there's missions. You want to talk about missions?
Well, he also did hint that changes to the guild system, PvP, co-op. He passively hinted it in Zenkai. Like he passively hinted at all of that just at the very end of the video, and he's like, "Then we'll see you next time."
You guys like how he said Zenkai in the video?
He's
He was
so
like,
pissed
he was
with
like,
that.
oh yeah, and Zenkai.
He
His
edited
face
out
was
all
like-
that Ryan's, like,
His
response.
face was like the one where it's like 3 horizontal lines for the face. that was his face.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing that killed me the most about that entire video, which I'm sure not everybody feels the same way about, but I had to meme the shit out of it, was the Toshi saying, "I hope everyone's having fun with Frieza and Piccolo."
Dog, he knew he was. He
hilarious.
knew he was dunking on us. You see his face, dog. Like I actually like Toshi. I think he's funny as hell.
That was like a sorbet laser shot through my heart when he said that.
Nah, it's funny as hell, dog. I think he seems like a real genuine dude. I actually like him a lot.
You know what though? Part of me wonders, do you think this is all his decision making?
No,
is
God,
this more
no,
like
no,
his
no,
hands
no.
are tied? And
Does
he's being
Donald
told-
Trump make all the decisions? Like, no,
Yeah,
No,
he-
but I mean, like, obviously he has people that he has to make happy. I wonder if this is more like his hands are tied and he has to do this to generate more revenue, or is he like, you know what, Zenkai, yes, more money.
He
Probably
is the lead
50-50.
producer, so he does have a good amount of input, but he's also, in this sense, like a public relations figure. So, like, he's just reporting on the general state of things. I don't think he can ultimately make any type of decision about the
No,
game.
but I mean,
by
in terms
himself.
of like decisions the game is taking. In
I
terms of
guarantee you this is how it works. People who are higher up than him are like, okay, we need this goal by this time.
Yeah.
Financially or whatever it is, player numbers, downloads, whatever. And then they just give him that information, and then he has to work with that goal in mind, depending on what he's going to
With his
release.
dev
So, like,
team. Yeah.
yeah. So like they're like, okay, we need X amount of revenue by November. Well, if he doesn't think he's going to hit that on the current trajectory that he's on, he's going to have to figure out a way to, boost revenue, and that's probably why we ended up seeing something like Zenkai come out, because yeah, it was probably his idea, but he wasn't pushing for it. It was orders basically.
Now, does that now going with that? Do we feel that a lot of the ridicule he gets is deserved? I don't
No.
think it is.
No.
No, 100% it's not. No.
There is an
job.
overwhelming outcry of people saying that he's really the cause of why the game is like this, but at the same time, it's like it seems so
If you,
unfair.
you're never going to know 100% what's going on behind the scenes. So I think any judgments you make, or like anything like related to like some person's role in like developing the game, is just it's just naive. You're not going to know everything.
I just think
Well,
it's unfair the amount of
Yeah,
crap.
no,
he
I
gets.
agree
Well,
with that.
yeah, I agree with
100%.
you.
And I say that while having called him the King of Darkness in jest. That was a joke, just for fun.
I think he can live with those kind of insults, Doug.
Yeah, it's nowhere near all this one man's fault. Like, this is a multi-billion-dollar, like, Dragon Ball and Toei Shueisha all together generated easily over $1 billion.
Well, so
Like,
here's the thing, I guess, like, Ryu, and I'll give you just a little bit of like insight to anything. He's just a scapegoat, dog, and he knows he's a scapegoat. Somebody's got to be it. If he's the one whose head's on the line, he's got to be that scapegoat. It doesn't matter what business. If you're a district manager or some crap, even if all your stores are doing great and everything like that, you're still the scapegoat to the higher ups. That's like, hey, yo, dog, this one store sucks ass. I know you ain't been there in 6 months, but they're failing. You got to go fix that. It's the same thing with this. And I mean, I'm sure he's doing all right, but I don't know about personally, but I'd imagine financially, I don't think he really cares too much what people are saying if he's hitting those numbers. But I don't know. He knows he's that scapegoat. He's got to be.
I don't know. He seems like he's been dealing with a lot of crap. Have you seen?
Oh,
the,
I'm sure.
Look at the video. If you look at the previous Dragon Ball Legends video and stuff, and then you look at this one, he looks like, oh my god, I'm sick of this crap. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Well, dog, think about how many people are yelling at him every day. Like, just saying he's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
on
so like,
both
okay,
ends.
just look, we talked about this before, I think, but the publishers, and in this case, it would be Bandai, and then with this particular case, they're tied to Toei and Shueisha. They're the ones that set the targets and then the monetization models, and then the devs have to work within that mandate to get that to hit those goals. So
Yeah, 100%.
I think I think he wanted to make Zenkai a better option, like a better way to implement it, but because they had to hit those targets or whatever the case may be, that's why we have the current state of Zenkai. You know what
Now,
I mean?
do you think some of these goals that are being set are unfair because they're using Dokkan in mind?
Possibly.
Do you
Possibly.
think they're looking at Dokkan and they're saying Dokkan at this point achieved this? This game being using a similar IP should exceed this.
I
Like their
think the answer is
benchmark
yes.
is always
Yes.
them. Do you think that's the case here?
Yes. They're comparing way too hard to Dokkan, and they think obviously they thought they were going to pass Dokkan. Probably not even that long into it, right? Like I think they
probably like 6 months to.
Yeah,
I
remember
mean, I
they
think we
said
all kind of thought that, though, honestly, right when it dropped.
because the game they said was built from feedback for Dokkan, so they're like, okay,
See,
here we
that's
go.
where I'm getting it from.
They probably intended Legends to be Dokkan too. That was probably the point. But
yeah, and I
hasn't
think it's
worked out that
so
way.
unfair for the game considering the game on its own is doing pretty damn well. If you
Yes.
just looked at it as a mobile game, gacha game on the phone, it's doing great. But I think it's just so unfair for it to constantly be compared to a competitor. That's what I think is happening. I feel like
I
it's
agree with you.
so strange because we see the revenue numbers. I mean, we don't know what the truth of them is, but we see like, hey,
We have a
Legends in this
ballpark of
month
it.
made millions of dollars. It's like, this is great. So what's the need to nickel and dime the player base even more? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, truth's right. I mean, it's Dokkan, like, yeah.
That's why. Shareholders want to see their company's portfolio always increasing, never plateauing. So like that's 100% why.
And yeah, and then you got to remember, like Toei and Bandai, there's that mandate where there'll be a new game, a new Dragon Ball game every year. So like, I mean, they're making it so that Bandai has to make sure that all their games are profitable. Dokkan's been profitable for a while. Legends is profitable, like you said. You look at it objectively, but the shareholders are probably looking at it like, well, why isn't this one as good as that one? They're the same thing when clearly they're not, right? But hey, I know it seems unfair, but it's just the reality.
I mean,
that
All
they're
about
working
people in suits and boardrooms and stock prices and
Oh,
economy.
it doesn't
stuff.
seem unfair. It is unfair, but it's like, what are you gonna do? Honestly,
Oh yeah, you
it's
can't
like,
do anything about it. Yeah, so
Yeah, and that's just all so that Bandai, they're doing that just so that they can retain their exclusivity clause. Because right now it's the same when you compare it to like, over here in America and stuff, how like EA and Madden have exclusivity to the NFL franchises. Nobody else can make an NFL game except for
yeah,
them.
EA and Star Wars, same thing.
Yeah,
Every
so
Star
if
Wars
Bandai
games,
wants, and which they definitely do, to keep
It's
that
the
exclusivity.
cash money.
Yeah,
No.
they have to do this. Otherwise, Sony can start making Dragon Ball games, and whoever the hell else can start making them. So they don't want that. So that's why they're staying on the tee with this, what they're told to do.
We're gonna get an LF John Madden.
I'd be down, dog. Like, I'll do it, man. I don't have it. What does Madden say? What's like a catchphrase?
I don't know. It's
Oh,
been a
yeah,
I
while.
haven't played Madden in
First
a long
down.
time.
Rise and run.
First down. Yeah, there you go, dude. First down. That's good. Yeah, no, we're definitely all sports guys. That's for sure.
Hit him with ultimate arts. That's a quarterback sack right there.
Dude, I wish like we'd get some kind of crossover crap with Legends. I don't know, man. That'd be dope. Like One Piece, even One Piece. I'll take stuff like that. That'd be cool. But how do you
That
fit
would
on
make a
teams?
hilarious edit, like some
You just don't-
PvP with football announcer commentary. And he made major fumble right there, interception.
Do it, Doug.
All right, let's go to questions.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot. I gotta wait through mostly Dokkan. The
Bro,
first
you
one, I
talking
guess.
about a lot. I woke up today with like 11 pages of notifications from this one tweet.
That was my first time experiencing that. My phone just would not stop going ding 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 ding. I'm like, what the hell's happening? Oh, I got tagged.
Yeah,
by
at that
the
point
truth.
you can't have it to where you get a notification like on your
For
phone
every-
pop up for everything. You can't do it.
Oh,
It's
dude,
just
there is
it's new to me. It's never happened before. So I
there's
was
no maintaining that level of interactivity when you're that big.
That's
It's
why
just
like
not even
people
fun.
will think that like some of the bigger guys like, oh, they're ignoring me. It's like, no, like we just get like
Literally can't.
thousands of like comments and everything like at once. Like, it's-
replies and tags.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now I still have the luxury of going through my YouTube videos and putting a heart on every single comment. But at that level, no, that would be like 5 hours of your day every day.
Why is Goresh always right? That's the first question.
Because he spends his entire free time playing gotcha games. He's
I
a
mean,
passionate-
literally though, like
he works
He's
at
smart.
Bandai.
There you go. He's a smart boy.
I am not always right. I've been
he's
wrong.
a
about
career
lot of
gotcha
stuff.
player.
Actually,
I
he's been
can't
wrong
think
about-
of things you've been wrong with
Right.
recently, dude. Last like 6 months.
Well,
What
okay,
have you gotten
Goresh
wrong?
did say he liked LR Gohan over LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He did say that.
I still think that, by the way.
Nah.
What's your favorite meta? I guess it's for everybody. That's
Oh,
OG hybrids, like right when hybrid, like when Super Saiyan 2 Gohan dropped. That was when I
Are
was
we
having
talking about
like,
right
a
now or
lot
for
of
the
fun.
game's entire
for
life?
since you played the game.
It
Oh,
was
man.
fun when Vegito dropped. The only thing was Vegito was it felt like he was who you fought every single time, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the case with PvP anyway.
I think for me, my favorite. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree. My favorite meta was actually the Holy Trinity meta. This is back when that Step Up banner came out with Goku Black, Majin Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I was free to play at this point, and I did like 700 CC, and I got a 2-star Goku Black. And I remember he spearheaded me beating Holy Trinity teams because of his 40% passive against Saiyans, or 30%. He was the sole reason why, and I remember feeling so victorious beating those teams because it's like, oh crap, here's a high critting red Gogeta that will slaughter my Goku Black. But if you played your cards right, and maybe you Rising Rushed him, and Broly lost his type neutrality because he gets it twice, you would win. There's no doubt in my mind you would win with Goku Black, and I just thought it was a fun challenge the whole time. That was my favorite meta personally.
So the end of like Holy Trinity's lifespan.
No, was it towards the end of it? I don't think so.
Didn't Goku Black come out before?
No, it came out after.
Did it? He was Black Friday. What, 2018, right?
Didn't it come out? Was it around that time, or am I just talking about what I used to deal with that meta? Yes.
I don't know, dog.
Yes, look, but basically, yeah, I enjoyed fighting holy trinity, just the dinky 2-star, yellow Goku Black who pioneered the victories.
Well,
I remember having a lot of fun with that one.
I think the problem now with this question is like it's more mechanic based for me. What I enjoyed the most, I don't really care about the units. I'll fight whatever team. It gets a little old with Regen all the time, but like this last like big gigantic update, just the game just doesn't feel the same. Like I go back and look at old videos, and I was like genuinely like having fun, and now it's just like I know exactly when I'm gonna get effed on something, when the game's just gonna not work for me on something, and it's like.
When you go back and you look at the super fast strike canceling, you realize that okay, that was a little ridiculous. Like we're talking like they move up
Yeah.
2 centimeters,
Yeah.
go to the side, and then it's like holy crap, this dude just got like 9 Dragon Balls just going whoop whoop.
Oh, definitely. That needed to leave. That was
Yeah, but after
Farming
that, I
Rising
think they
Rush was
should have left it
horrible.
alone. After that, they should have left it alone. I don't know if I still don't know if I like tackle. I still think it's kind of weird, especially with it going long range. That's very stupid. I think that was really dumb. But I think Battle System 2.0, like you said, I'm not a fan of it
Terrible.
either.
Worst change they ever made. I still think that, by the
2.1.
way.
2.1 is the biggest doo-doo dump. I think long range tackle was so stupid. I hate it. I hate that.
I only
said-
don't like
I said-
tackle because like I can't tell when I'm gonna freaking tackle. Like it needs to be like its own like thing instead of being incorporated into everything and like my phone just like doesn't register and then I'm like I guess I tackled. But it's like all right sick. Like that's what I hate.
You talking about
Day
having a
one.
dedicated button for it instead of it just being one of the tabs?
I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I would like because you can't really change it. That's the problem. The game is so simple and I want it simple. It's just I want something that you can differentiate stuff because there's times where I can't even tell what my character's doing, and then 5 actions will play out all at once, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, I guess I did all that stuff. My bad. Like,
There's no doubt they're gonna change it though, because I'm sure they pay close attention to how people are playing, and people are catching on to the whole strike canceling with
oh,
tackle.
100%.
There's no doubt they're gonna change it.
Day one, when this 2.1 came out, I said this is the worst change I've ever made, and it's still to this day the worst change I've ever made.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well, I mean, they're a
I
small
made a
indie
video.
studio. They
Literally,
can't make
I
big
remember
changes.
making a video. I remember making a video, and I was scrolling through like the news or something, or whatever, and I was like, "This is gonna like literally kill PvP for like a lot of people." It's just they didn't understand like what was wrong with the. Well, they actually no, that's not true, because they even stated in the news they were like, "Okay, like we didn't like the fact that people were waiting at long range, and not doing anything," which was true, and it's still true to this day. And they were like, "Well, here's our solution to it," and their solution literally did not solve the problem. Like I don't understand what they were doing.
The backfloating change I like though, so that nerfed the crap out of LF Namiku. But I don't. I hate long range tackle. It just seems so stupid to me because now the game feels so rock paper scissors. It just feels so clunky and slow PvP now because it's always just so determined around this dumb tackle. And then people really like to fester around reactionary playing, where it's like instead of them backfloating, they'll just sit there and then they'll wait for what you're gonna do. I don't like playing against players that do that. The constant react and wait for you to make
Passive
the first
sucks,
move.
dude.
I
Like,
hate playing those.
I gave a solution like way back when this first released, and I still think they should do this. Where, instead of doing the whole like tackle thing that doesn't solve anything, they should just make it so that if you're in long range and you don't initiate an attack or use an arts card in like 8 to 10 counts, you just start losing key.
yeah,
And
it's not a bad
vanish.
idea.
That seems a little aggressive though.
8 to 10 counts, like just
Most
if you're
characters
not
aren't
doing
even
anything
out
for that long, that's like really bad. Like it's boring.
Yeah, and I was fighting a dude today, literally on viewer battles this morning, and like the whole chat was like roasting the crap out of him because how passive he was playing, and it's like, it's a good way to play, but it is infuriating when you know they're just waiting to perfect vanish you, and it's like, bro, I
Yeah,
could just
I
go
hate
play
those.
PvE. I go play PvE if I want to do this, dog. Like, I really like if I just want to get perfect vanish.
That's why I say the worst thing about the battle mechanics is not the tackle and that type of passive play, but it was the abuse of perfect vanishes.
I hate perfect vanish. I don't think it should be a thing. I still don't. People
Yeah,
will
no, I
disagree.
agree.
People make the common argument that it's a counter to aggressive players, but
It's not.
it's not really. But even worse is it just every single action that you do in this game should give you an opportunity to react, and perfect vanish doesn't let you do that. It almost feels like an
Well-
exploit to me because you're reacting to something that hasn't even begun from your standpoint. Your animations haven't even begun. It seems wrong. You
Well-
shouldn't be able to do that.
There is a counter to it, which is just tap blasting, right?
I guess, but then you got the players that are so good at it, they'll just blast for your tap
sideways.
attack. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Just back to the rock paper scissors thing.
Yeah, it is. But if you watch my video, like I've learned that people started doing this a lot. I started tap blasting 3, 4, 5 times in a row. That's why
I tried that
solely
because-
for that purpose.
Yeah, I tried borrowing that, and you know what happens on the
Okay,
second
yeah,
one? They
okay.
blast guard, and I die.
And you can mix it up next. I don't know. Like it is.
I don't
rock,
know.
paper,
It
scissors.
seems like such a clever idea because people usually panic because they don't know how to react. But I don't know. Every time I do it, it's just like, oh, what's that? Brrr. Dead.
Yeah, I feel you.
People might
okay.
hate on me for this though, but going back to the original question we were responding to, I think my favorite team to play was Regen, but at
Oh
the
my
time
God,
when
look at this
Piccolo
dude.
got his original balance change.
Look
Like,
at this
right-
dude.
Right,
You
then.
just showed up a 14-star legendary finish unit, Wade. You can't talk, dog.
No, I'm talking about back in the day. I don't like Regen playing as them now. Now it sucks. But back when Piccolo got his balance changed, the original green one, like right then, I liked playing as that Regen team a lot.
My favorite regen team ever was back when Slug came out because it was Slug and like Demon King Piccolo, and like that team was like not the same. Like that style was just
Yeah,
You
it's
weren't
way
feeling that
different
much.
now. It's completely
Yeah.
different now. Like it still had some defense, but it was not what it is now.
yeah. Like
It's
Slug
still
was
fun to use.
really good.
I love the impact of his strike card. It's like it's a heavy hit. That's what I feel Broly's attack should be. When Slug hits you with his attacks, it's like hard hits.
Same thing
There's
with Demon King
impact.
Piccolo too.
Yeah, it's really heavy hits. You can really tell the impact. But with Broly, he kind of just lacks that. He's kind of just dancing around in the air.
And Blue
He should have
Trunks,
been like that.
he's painting you with his paintbrush.
Yeah, exactly. Dusting you off.
Yeah, but yeah, the team, like I said, the team now is completely different from what it used to be. But I just like playing as
changed
bad guys.
overnight,
And
dude.
other than them and LOE, LOE is another one that's up there for me. But I like playing as the bad guys, so not many other options.
I like that team too.
For obvious reasons.
Not much. We kind of talked a lot, and we answered a lot of questions just by us bantering. Only other question is, Truth, are you gonna come back to play Legends?
My intention was to do it when UI Goku came out, but I mean, who knows? I mean, he could. It's probably not gonna be for a while. I don't know.
2022.
We'll see. There was one time in January where it was like pre-anniversary for Dokkan. It was so dead that I remember tweeting like, if Legends dropped like a banner right now, like I would download Legends again and summon on it. So I don't know. Maybe if Dokkan is super dead at some point, maybe usually the end of May is really dead for Dokkan. So maybe then, if
Yeah.
Legends drops. Something,
Actually,
After Golden Week.
I'm curious. Did Legends ever do anything for Golden Week, or is that not a thing for Legends? Did they do anything for that?
They did well, no, because that's right before the anniversary, right?
Okay, I
They
was
go
wondering.
because that was like right before the Gohan, Goten, and Goku step up.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then they just went into like the Legends Las Vegas.
was it Metal
whatever that
Cooler
was.
and Broly?
Yeah, but that was just a UST banner.
Yeah, but like, whatever they released during Golden Week, right, would be it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to remember too. Legends at this point is it's one server, right? Global. So like,
Yep.
it'd be kind of weird to dedicate something that's strictly celebrated in Japan as released as an event for a global
I mean,
server.
they gotta know by now too that like they can't go head to head up with Dokkan and win unless it's like Vegito that they're dropping.
Well, that's what I'm saying because like they could have released this Vegito along with Bardock, and I think they would have won out. To be 100% honest.
You think?
Yes.
Not
do.
in Japan. Japan loves Bardock. Like global, yeah, because global barely even hit top grossing for Bardock.
I don't know. We'll see. Vegito makes money.
That is true.
He prints
Yeah, any
money.
of the high tier fusion units I feel like would make a killing.
There's only think about how many there's only like what 12 fusion units in the entire thing.
The
and yet
entire series, yeah.
And it's like every time they release them, we're all like, yeah.
When is
And it's
Legends
just
gonna
hype.
get into heroes? That's the question.
Oh, probably not for a while. I think they got to explore all the canon units first before they
Dokkan
dive into
hasn't even
that.
done that though. There's still a lot of
They
like
are.
Oh,
They
there's
will.
so many, dude. I don't think we could ever really touch on them in most mobile games. Like, games got to be around for like 9 years to hit every single unit. that could ever exist.
Hey, dude, if they dive into heroes, I don't even care. There's some Super Saiyan 3 units
Oh.
and heroes that I'd be down for.
Dog, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock or some crap. Oh, I'd love it.
Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, you got Kanba, the Mass Saiyan, tons of cool shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Dokkan just released a survey that said that they were like, would
How do you feel
like
about it?
Dokkan Fest LRs or whatever?
Dokkan Fest
for
Heroes
Heroes?
unit.
They basically said it's coming. So
Yeah, I'm sure everyone said no.
Can you
yeah,
imagine?
I don't
like,
think Blue
guys, this-
Kaioken Vegito would make money. I don't know. I don't know.
What's the point of even asking that? Like, they think people are gonna say no? Like, they were probably looking for like a specific like percentage of people saying yes or no. I guess I don't know, like a threshold.
As long as 0.1% say yes, we'll do it.
Pretty much.
That's all they're looking for. As long as the yes is not at 0, we're good to go.
Well,
Any
dog,
other
that's like that
questions?
stupid survey in freaking Legends. Like that survey in Legends made like no sense to me at all. I was like, what are these questions? This isn't to do with anything.
You know, you know what's funny? So the Legend survey, what they gave out like 500 crystals.
Yeah.
Guess how much Dokkan gave?
Yeah, how many did they give?
It was like 7 or something.
Like 0, right? I didn't think they gave anything.
I know. I think they did give out. It was like 3 stones. I think something like that. It was like 3 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah. So Legends basically gave out the equivalent of 25 stones for just answering the survey.
I think they really needed some feedback, I guess. I don't know why they're so desperate for it. I thought it was pretty clear how people felt about certain things, but
I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I just
Anyways.
hope something comes back from it. I don't want it to be like, look at all this data. It's good for a fire. I hope they do something with it.
We'll see. I mean, Legends is weird. They don't implement anything until it's like too late, and then by the time they put it in, everybody's like, "Oh, that's sick, I guess." Yeah.
So many eggs on this second year basket.
That's literally the perfect representation of what happens.
Yeah, no, they're like, "Oh, okay, we see it over like 4 or 5 months." They pop it in, and then they're like, "Well, yeah, no, that character doesn't apply to this. Just something for him though. Like he's a different thing that's going on."
You remember when they said they were going to consider adding Legends Limited multi Z power?
Z-power.
Like
And they
literally
just
They
dropped
said
it.
that, but they meant like 6 to 8 months.
They meant like a year, dog. Like, think about when the first when multi Z power came around. Where are we at? Like 6 months now since that came out.
It's like so long.
7 months. Like
They really have to revisit Z powers given for Legends limited units, because with the new star system, you cannot give people only 2 stars as they chase this friggin'
oh, dude, they're
0.5%
due to it 2 stars half the time. Like
It's
my name-
impossible.
it's like I just spent like 40,000 crystals on this damn unit, and he's all right. Like I could
The
just
whole
use my
system-
14-star whatever. Like
whole
999
system
should be a
seems
thing for
counterintuitive.
them. Start them at 3 stars.
I kind of agree with that actually. Yeah.
I was about to say the whole Z power system seems kind of counterintuitive to the sales pitch they're trying to pull anyway. Like they should just get rid of the Z power system and just increase the rates, because then you get your fix when you're all cracked out summoning. And you're like, oh, I see all the bright lights, the colors. Yeah, I actually got something good. Like not let me get a bunch of trash and
Start
exchange
having some sort of dance party when you pull your favorite.
Oh,
card.
dude, think about how hype you get when you see like Tau. You're like, oh my god, thank God, dude, it's not 3 pods. It's literally like that's the. It's not. I don't know, man. It's not as
Yeah,
hype.
like give people the fix, increase the rates. You got to pull 17 of these units anyway. Like screw the Z coins and the exchange system. Just make the fix better, and you won't even need that system.
Give me Z, dude. Use my Z medals, dog. Make me spend 500,000
Yes.
Z medals on a damn LF. I will do it.
Yes.
You can buy
Those are
you can buy
garbage.
the EX Goku that released day 1 though.
I will do that. I know. Yeah, he's really good. He's really good still.
I'm gonna buy him
I'll
from the
do
metal
that.
shop to get more Z medals from buying.
What, you guys don't buy the Tien and Chaozu that are in there too?
The hero.
Like,
I feel as though making it with Z medals, that's actually like, because remember, with Legends, it's about making money, right? Now, if you do it through the Z medal shop, that's at least still promoting summoning, right? So like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
realistic to me.
you
know what
gotta
they
do
could do?
something with that.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put Zenkai souls in there.
Yes, they are.
I know, I
for
know.
a fact that's going in there. Because
I
think
mean,
about
dude,
it, only
I'll take it, dog. Like Jesus, better than
I'm
nothing.
I'm surprised they haven't put just regular souls in there. Energy tickets, erasers. Like it just seems such a perfect
completely
place to
forgot
put the
about
extra
that
goodies that you need. It just seems so.
I'm surprised they haven't made a pack like just in the shop. That's like you remember they used to have like those 100 skip ticket packs or whatever.
Yes.
I'm surprised they don't have a pack every day for like Zenkai Souls because people
Yeah, me
always
too.
complain about that.
They're probably gonna do it.
Oh, you talking about like the daily sale where you get like
Yeah.
equipment expansion slots and
Or
chrono crystals for
Toshi's sitting there
$7.99.
listening, and he's like, "Oh shit, Goresh."
Have you guys noticed that the purchasing 600 Z power disappeared? That one-time purchase. Do you remember that? It was like
Oh,
what?
yeah,
50
that was
bucks and you
through
can-
like I think Ultra Space Time someone like 10 to 12.
Dog,
And then
when I
after
look-
that they completely
Do you
abandoned
remember
When I
that?
look at
I
my
was like, what the
box,
hell? This
dog,
is so weird.
That
you
hurt
can
my
buy
soul
one
when
of
I
the new
looked at my
featured
box.
units at
Ugh.
like 2 stars just straight up for like what was it like? It was like $20, I think.
Yeah, I remember
$24.99.
that, but it was more. It
Yeah.
was the actual like, hey, you could literally buy 600 Z power to anything. Just give us $60. I was like, this seems so strange to me. Like, this is just such a deliberate like. I don't know.
Oh,
It
you
just
talking about
feels
they were
so
selling the
sleazy.
big canisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I was
when
like,
they
this
data
just
mined it, there's
seems-
images for even bigger canisters in the data mine files that we haven't even seen yet. Like
I wonder if those are for the Legends Limited ones. Probably not.
yeah, like they're in the game. They've been mined. There's like 5 different sizes of the Z power, like the amount that you get that have been data mined.
Yeah, Legends Limit is gonna be like $80 for 20 Z power.
That's gonna be the one that looks like the full on like the healing chamber, like the giant tank.
Sad part is I'm sure someone would probably do it. It's like $400 worth of CC.
You say
or
someone,
this
dog.
guaranteed 3-star Legends Limited unit.
3% of the player base would do it. Like,
If they made it so that you were like somehow like 20 Z power away from the next star, so many people would buy that.
Yeah.
oh, bro.
You know what? Since we're on the topic of like summoning and stuff, did we ever touch on summoning animations? You guys would like to see new summon animations?
No, we need something new, big time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. Like, please. There's so many ideas here. Come on.
Oh,
I can't watch Goku get bodied anymore. Like,
Dokkan waited way too long to do that.
What's
I think
that?
it'd be a cool animation where it's still good for the player. Like it doesn't mean you get a crap animation, but like right at the beginning, how like sometimes Frieza jumps in and just punches Frieza, and then Big Bang attacks him. Have some animation where Frieza wins, but it's still
I'd-
a good animation.
I'd love for the Vegito stuff, just like in Dokkan. Like, you're about to lose, but for whatever reason, Vegeta shows up, they fuse, and then they just kick the crap out of Frieza. That'd be great. Guarantees a new featured unit.
They should have an animation that guarantees an LF.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like
probably
it would be
bad.
super rare, but like
Like
it would be,
Frieza
like,
goes golden or
beyond
some
hype.
crap, and then
Kinda
Goku
like
bodies
the
him.
rarity of seeing like the original Dragon Balls animation in Dokkan Year 1 and 2 and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I got that once.
I got that once too.
Yeah,
I
that
got
shit
it
wrong.
once also on a friend summon.
They could do something where it's like father son Kamehameha with Gohan or something for that.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd be cool too. There's just so many avenues they can go with it. I don't know.
I'd be fine if they keep it and like they just alternate between different things. Like they switch to, you could have a go on and sell animation. You could have like a Majin Vegeta versus Buu animation, and it could be any of the 9 animations. You might get Goku versus Frieza. You might get Gohan versus Cell. Screw it, dog. You already got like 3 gigabytes on
yeah.
my phone. Give me more stuff. Whatever, dude. I'll take 5 gigabytes on my phone, I guess.
Yeah, change the enemy to someone else, and if you beat them, translates to whatever.
I just can't. I literally see a summon, and I'm like, oh, I'm out.
Well,
It's
they're
like-
by default, even assuming they stick with the current structure of the summon animation, they need to add a Super Saiyan 4 Goku one now because he's in the game. Like, why not?
Yeah, I'm
Add
still waiting for the
Super Saiyan
Dragon
1, 2,
Fist
3.
Goku to come out as a card.
Hello? What?
That's
Which one?
Weird. They put his
Saiyan
animation in
3
there,
one?
like, and haven't released them. It's so odd.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised that they released the Legends Limited version of the Spirit Bomb before that one because that one was in the game for a long time before that guy even came out. So I don't know.
We're talking about like the actual Golden Dragon Fist animation.
Yeah. I feel like they would have made that guy a card before the Spirit Bomb version.
Remember, they could do it for Super Saiyan 4 Goku too.
I mean, we
Yeah.
didn't even see Tapion until way late in the game either. The Wrath of the Dragon, or that movie
Yeah,
didn't get
they're
any type of
definitely
support.
saving it for something hype because we got everything. We got everyone from Wrath of the Dragon. Just
Well, the only
just
problem
damn
with
Goku.
the only problem with that movie is that like the villain is not going to be a card in that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Hirudo.
who cares? We
can't
only
be,
want
yeah.
the Goku. Let's be honest here. We
You only
want
want the Goku.
Yeah, you're the only one that really just wants to.
I want him to,
No,
but
we
not,
all want the
it's
Goku.
not
let's be
Ryu's
honest.
level, dog. Like,
The funny
Yeah,
thing
I
about
am not
that,
the only one. We
the
all.
funny thing
want
about
the
that
Goku.
too is that like Dokkan released that Goku like so fast. Like he was like the third Dokkan Fest unit that ever came out.
They need
Yep.
another LR for that. When they're on the topic of while they're going through the movies again, a new LR for that Goku.
I'm kind of
would be
surprised that
good.
Minosha didn't get an EX version either.
yeah. Or like, what is it? What's it? Hoy? Is it Hoya?
Horrible. He's actually really
Dog,
good at SR.
When he dropped a Dokkan, I remember everybody making videos like, "Hey, he's kind of fun, actually. I kind of like him." Like,
Yeah, he
I
was
remember
really
everybody making
good.
videos.
You're right.
He was
Yeah.
good for SPR because he's stunned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, man. Forget Hoy.
I used him to no item extreme SPR the original stage.
There you go.
Do you guys remember the what was it when they released the image for 30 million downloads? How everyone was trying to like data mine and Inspector Gadget the crap out of it, and they're looking at some of the shading. They're like, "Oh, that looks like Tapion and Hoy. It's guaranteed. It's the new, whatever."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh my
I like
God,
those. I like those tweets, dog.
I
Those are
fell
fun.
for it.
Those tweets
Yeah.
are hella fun. Like they
I
need
like
to do
those.
more of that stuff. Like,
I don't know why they don't do that anymore.
The last time we
Like,
did that was for what? Super 17?
it was for Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Hit, wasn't it?
No, Super 17 was after that.
was he?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
the
Super
equation. Everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh,
it
that's
equals
right.
this.
Super 17 and Dragon.
Yeah, 17 over 17. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they don't do that anymore. Those little fun things get your community going. It's
Yeah,
fun.
Oh, dude, yeah, because we're all tweeting about it. People are trying to guess and do this, and
The shaved ice got us all so good because no one paid attention to the actual.
Dude,
Oh,
I literally guessed that immediately. That was so
Really?
obvious.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kaioken, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku.
Yeah,
but
what
the
else would
Hit
it be?
being the cup. That was so good.
I
so
wish
clever of
Dokkan
them.
would do that. To be honest, like I
Yeah.
really like those.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems weird for them to let that go. It was fun.
Yeah, now they
Nice
just went
to
to
see.
doing videos on
Yeah, but-
Twitter.
But
yeah,
dog, it's
now it's
literally
just
like-
Toshi hating everyone.
every time we say something's fun, they're like, "Oh, well, that sucks. It's gone."
No, they're gonna please deposit $5 to view this puzzle.
Dude, wait,
Please
man.
check us
like-
out on Patreon or OnlyFans.
oh god, dude.
Oh my god.
I'd go to Toshi's OnlyFans. I'd watch that, dude. what, dog? What?
Monetize.
No, it should demonetize. I didn't say I'd watch anything specific about Toshi. I would, but I didn't say it.
All right,
Alright,
do we have
what
any
else
more
is up?
questions?
No, we pretty much talked about everything.
There are a lot of them. It's overwhelming to try and look through them all.
Well, a lot of them were Dokkan, and the legends we did, legend questions we did, they did ask. We kind of already went through them, like what kind of combo cards would you like to see, and stuff like that. So
We could
Those are
talk.
pretty long.
We could talk about legends forever.
yeah,
It's easy, dog. It just all turns into a rant. That's my problem with Legends, because I actually love it. I gotta do it. Would any of us
oh, really?
made,
That
like,
surprised me.
would any of us made like 300 plus videos on a damn game if we didn't like it?
No.
It's just like I just want to criticize it so much because it's like, bro, you could be so good. You could be so
Yeah.
good.
You're only willing to give all these criticisms because you enjoy the game. My
Yeah, no,
biggest gripe,
yeah.
I can look beyond everything if they just fix PvP. That's it. I don't care. I don't care if you Zenkai every regen unit. If the PvP is buttery smooth, I'm okay with it. But because it's all that crap with the rubber banding, I can't stand it. It's so frustrating when you sit there, your opponent takes 10 minutes to load in. You made dinner, did your laundry while you wait, and then you go in the match and it's laggy. None of your
Damn, you're
inputs
hella
register.
productive, dude. I'm not even
I
close.
don't know
to
how
that.
they really could fix that though without region locking areas of the world in different servers.
That was going
And
to be my
that's the
point
frustrating
too.
part.
That was going to be my point too, because I think that's a pipe dream right now. Because again, their main goal is revenue, and like that, obviously, like fixing their main draw to the game is going to boost revenue. So I think if they had the capabilities to actually improve PvP, they would have done it already.
Yeah,
Because it would only
so
help
I know it's just at this point I try to work around it by making sure you work at ideal times, like record at ideal times where majority of the player base within your region would be playing. But I don't know, those fun buttery smooth matches draw you to it to keep playing, but it's that one laggy match that makes you like, all right, I'm done. I'm sorry, good night. I
Then
can't.
you realize that really smooth, buttery match you just fought was against the new type of ninja bots that they have.
Yeah, there's that too.
So many comments. It's like, bro, like people need to stop. Not everything is a bot. Like I understand, but sometimes it's just not a bot, dog. Like
Now it's like botception. It's almost hard to tell. I mean, other than the
it's not
beginner
almost.
title
It's
of never
hard.
having a guild. Like if you
worst
just
part
glance
is when-
at it, you won't even notice.
When
Did
you
you ever
don't
com-
take it seriously, thinking it's a bot, and then you lose, and then it's an actual person because they send a great training session. You're like, wait, what the hell? It's a real person. Oh my God.
Did you ever confirm if bots can forfeit? Because I swear it happened to me.
I think they can. Because
If
it
they
happened
can
to me
forfeit,
as
that
well.
means they can
Same
probably
situation.
send messages too.
Dude, they're literally gonna get it to where like we're not gonna know the difference. And honestly, I'd rather not know the difference at this point. Just make up like 50 fake guilds that these bots can all be part of. You know
No,
what I mean?
don't,
Give 'em-
because
Skynet.
the bots are gonna charge step and perfect vanish. They do it better than anyone else. We're gonna float in and literally within a millionth fraction of a second after a blast card, rising rush, and you lose. So
Dude,
there's
a bot's
they
gonna
don't
get-
want it.
A bot's gonna get top rank 1 in the
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be
It's
dope.
gonna be
Man.
called Toshi bot.
Dude, that's like when that freaking like Smash Bros. Like some Fox amiibo won some tournament or some crap. It's gonna be like that, dude.
Yeah, I don't even know. It's just based off the fact that you always have perfect connection with bots. I don't know if they can truly ever hide them because every normal match is not going to ever be that perfect.
No, I don't actually want them to do that, but it's like either that or just take bots out, dude. I'll wait 5 minutes to get a good match. Like,
Let me identify
is
them.
true,
Put them in a
that-
guild together called Bot Gang or something.
I don't
Just
even
let me know.
understand why they're. I mean, I do based off what you just said, like to improve match queue time in PvP. That is the worst, like piss poor reason ever to have bots in PvP. Like
Yeah,
nobody wants to play against a computer in PvP. There's a separate mode for
well,
that.
and it doesn't teach a kid who just hops on. It doesn't teach you how to play the game at all. Like, you're not going to learn how to properly vanish. You're not going to learn how to do any of this stuff because you're literally just facing this bot who's just got an IQ of like 6, and all it knows how to do is perfect vanish, rising rush.
Actually, it's gonna make it even worse. The player's gonna try to mimic that.
Yeah, no, yeah. You're gonna turn these kids into a bot who just started your game, and then they're gonna get mollywop for 3 weeks on end, and then just gonna put your game down. Like, that's
They'd be
it.
really good at perfect vanishing though. If they had all that practice.
Dude, it sounds like a joke, dog. It's not, man.
All right, I think we're good for today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
that was a nice 3.5
Solid
hours.
3 hours.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
1,500 of you guys stuck through for all of it, so that's really cool. Thank you guys.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
We're not
319,
doing
huh?
anything else.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, just
That is true. We're all at home base. Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely all at home.
I would have just been playing Call of Duty Warzone this whole time, so it didn't bother me at all. I enjoy it.
Is it good?
It's
Oh,
fun.
it's so much fun. I love it.
for
dude.
free. It is probably the best example of a battle royale game for free that is on the market.
I'll have to peep it then. Yeah, I'll have to try it
The
out.
Gulag is my favorite bit. I love
I
it.
love the gulag.
Yes.
Send ass to the gulag.
It is so much fun.
Oh yeah, is there any donations? Truth?
Oh, actually, yeah, I think there is a couple. All right, let's see.
Yeah, let's wrap it up here with the donos.
Okay, so we have Sasuke Uchiha with a dono says dual Dokkan Fest Gohan and BoJack when? Maybe for Golden Week. Butthead with a dono says LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. 150% defense and 100% chance to counter Super is the best unit in the game. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
that's not that's a little too strong.
He doesn't need defense.
Kendrick with a dono says, what do you think of LR Ultimate Gohan and Piccolo? That could be who we get in April with Blue Cow and Goku.
Did you guys see that card that someone made? Someone made a fan card
yeah, like
version
a
of that. It was
Broly and Paragus.
no, it was Gohan and Piccolo. Was it not that LR card?
That actually was one of the last cards that Bucci released before it went out. It ended.
No,
Gohan
I think
and
I saw
Piccolo.
someone make a fan made version of that card though, like a
Maybe. I'm just
Dokkan
saying. I'm just
LR.
saying. Bucci. That was like one of the last cards that they made. It was actually
Okay,
really
I
good.
thought it looked so good. Let me see if I can find it.
Bucci's art was pretty fire, dude.
Yeah, best art I think out of any Dragon Ball game. Well,
Yeah.
animation wise.
Well, I just know I saw that Paragus and Broly.
I
like,
saw that
from-
too. I thought it was real. I was like, what is this?
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, what card is this?
Then we got another one from El Romero says, everyone pick their choice for the first LR Heroes unit. For me, I'd probably say blue Kaioken Vegito. I think would be really just the way
Yeah, I agree with
the
that.
aura looks.
Yeah, same here.
I mean,
It's the most money making unit, if you ask me.
do I even have to comment?
Well, yes. Is it golden cooler or golden metal cooler? Which one?
You didn't have golden cooler.
If he's not an
But
LR?
not an LR.
No, golden metal cooler.
Okay.
That's 100% what we're doing. Artificial life form leader or something. I don't know.
I mean, he did beat Cumber's ass. So.
He literally two-shot him, and that Cumber was like base form on par with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Vegito.
He fought UI Goku.
I sent the link to the card. I was wrong. It's Gohan and Super Saiyan Blue Goku from the Tournament of Power. That LR. It looks so good.
Oh,
Let's
that
see
does
this.
look good. Yeah.
That looks amazing. I could honestly see
Wow.
that being an actual LR.
That's
Looking at that card right there, that scares me because that means they can literally do anything.
Perfect
And make it
exchange
look
mechanic
dope.
cards right there. Swap out Gohan or Goku. It's perfect. It looks great.
Yeah.
That does look good, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
These games are never gonna die, dude.
Oh, Dokkan's gonna go on forever. So long as they print
Literally,
money.
it's gonna go on forever. Like,
I already
be,
heard
we're all
that
gonna be
report.
old, and we're gonna show our grandchildren like, oh, this is Dokkan. Remember when you noobs? When we this is LR Gohan. You noobs don't have him, but
we're all gonna be in the retirement home, friggin' sitting there, taking our chairs, like.
oh
Back in
my
my day.
super LRR. You know,
Global's still gonna be 6 months behind.
Back in my day, 3% SSR. Yeah.
1200% attack defense.
Well, I think we're all pretty much boomers, so like we're already saying back in my day, basically, dude.
Oh, someone said put it in the chat. Here you go. I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Anything else, Truth? The donos?
Hold on, let me. Yeah. We have another one from Max Wells who says, "Do you think we'll ever see Goku and Piccolo Jr. dual Dokkan Fest?" Yes. Yes, absolutely.
I think that's gonna be. It's gonna be interesting because I don't think Global would actually care that much.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Definitely
that?
care.
Yeah, Japan will care, but I don't know if Global will care that much.
What dual Dokkan Fest slot would they do that in? New Year's? I don't know.
Probably, yeah, New Year's.
New
That's
Year's
the
would be a
big
good
one,
slot.
right?
Because
Yeah.
then that works
Not, it's not
good with
anniversary.
that
bubble.
works good with Global too. Because then they could just drop it in like April or May or whatever, some random month, right? Like.
Yeah, I was thinking either New Year's or Golden Week, but I don't think there'd be a Golden Week unit.
Yeah, I don't think they're. Yeah.
That is like a top 5 fight, like for real. Like.
Yes, yeah, definitely top 5, top 3 probably.
And then Ronnie Sanchez with the dono says, "I need to crush this. Who is better for you guys in Dragon Ball Super, Vegito Blue or Gogeta Blue?" For me, I would say Vegito Blue, just because, like, without knowing how shit it was going to turn out, when he first showed up, the hype for that.
Yeah.
Like, just when he first stood there and was smirking, I was like, oh my god, this is like when Dragon Ball was coming back, like, it took like 67 episodes to get to this moment, and this is worth it right here. Like, that shit.
It's like 20 years since he showed up on screen too, right?
Oh.
It's been like a long time.
I was watching the Super Vegito versus Buhan fight for weeks because it was like, yo, they've teased Fusion like 50 times. Like, are they really going to do it? And then that next episode preview, they just were like Vegito Blue all over it. It's like,
Dude,
what the hell?
What was that preview? They didn't even talk about him in the preview. They were like, "Oh yeah, this is Goku. We're fighting Zamasu. Oh my god, he's so powerful." They didn't even talk about Vegito.
Yeah,
at all.
meanwhile,
He was just all over
Vegito's
the preview.
kicking his ass. It's like, yo,
Yeah,
what?
I was like, I thought they made a mistake. Everyone was like, "What is this?"
Obviously, the reason is because the big secret was, oh, Spirit Bomb Sword Rage Chunks, but like, Vegito is way cooler than that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody gives a
yeah.
crap.
Should have gave him the sword. Wouldn't that be cool? Spirit bomb sword Vegito.
Well, I mean, that would make
Yeah.
more sense because at least Goku has used the Spirit Bomb before.
That would have been crazy.
Vegito should have just killed him.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, he
They
does the
always get
final
too cocky
Kamehameha.
whenever they're fused and waste all their time.
Well, I mean, number one, there should not have even been a time limit for Potara.
Yeah, that retcon was so stupid. They should have used the
Yeah.
Dragon Ball to infuse after they killed him.
They purposely go, oh, hey, look, Kibito and Supreme Kai defuse from the Dragon Balls. I wonder why. So we're like, oh yeah, they're gonna Potara fuse again, and then it's like, oh no, now there's just a retcon for no reason.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
And I think there's more actually. Jolter with Adona says, okay, so we know about Team A and B, and then Team C does the bum categories. Okay.
That's for talent, but he's not here right now.
Yeah, I think that's it. We're caught up after that one.
I know I see some more. I don't know if you see them.
Oh, our new one's coming in right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
2 new ones came in, but they weren't questions. One person just said "stay safe" with $24.99.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan, I appreciate that. That's generous.
And another person said, "Where's the Tech TN LR Go Frieza video?"
I will get to it. It's just so busy in Dokkan right now.
Yeah, that'll come out when I release my Super Saiyan 3 LF video.
What?
Okay, you say that, but
When is that dropping?
I have been waiting for that. Oh, well, I've been in his DMs like, yo, fucker, can you drop that video? I want to watch it. So.
Hell yeah.
I gotta think of a time because this week's gonna be so busy with this stuff coming out.
I recommend you do it first.
When? Tomorrow?
Yes. Don't go to sleep tonight. Do it now.
I have to cover Bardock too and Dokkan. I haven't.
Let's
done
be
anything
real
with
here.
him
Super
yet.
Saiyan 3. Everyone, we know Bardock already. We want to see this LF showcase.
He's 2-star. He didn't do nothing.
Well, keep going then.
I told him like a month ago more. I told him on the LF Vegeta premium banner.
Just give him the 3-star.
Is he on? Oh, he's on the Piccolo banner, isn't he?
Yeah,
Don't bring that up.
Go right now. Highly recommend.
You know the video is just gonna be me talking about how bad he is.
Yeah, and I'll downvote. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'll
but
report
people
you.
want to know. You know, you got to dump on him sometimes.
I mean, he is. It's a little rough using him at 2 stars, but once you get at least 3, you should be all right.
Actually, this is probably the best time I can have to use him because I'm only ranked 36.
No, you have to be at least rank 40. Don't do this to me.
I'm like, look how good he is. I'm beating this like.
I don't want to see you beat someone with the mishmash of freaking Saiyans and Regen and androids. Like, gotta do that rank 40.
Oh, I love those teams where people just throw together all their favorite characters with no sense of how they flow together.
Yeah, I mean, I love fighting those teams actually.
Kind of like
those are the easiest
image
matches, dog.
Floating around Twitter of the Japanese dude who's got just all 6 level 7 Zenkai units just on his team.
Sorry.
Let's use this.
Yeah, that guy has no sense.
Well, you're one of them too, but the other dude was one that started it. You were just responding like, "Hey, English people represent too."
Well, basically, he didn't have Goku Black Zenkai 7, right?
No, the first one had all of them. The Casey
Oh, okay.
Scott was the one who's missing Gohan and only has Goku Black at 3 or something.
Yeah, but that dude's like your home dog, dude.
Well, I don't even know Casey Moon.
Not you, dog. Nasarachi.
Wait, what?
Casey Scott's like your home dog, dude.
I know of him. We're acquaintances, but I'm not friends.
Well, on the
with him.
Facebook group, he's well known now at this point. I don't know. He's a cool guy. But he's actually super
really
chill.
big in the player-run tournament scene for this game. He's sponsored a few cash prizes on a couple of the tournaments they run for this
Oh,
game.
that's dope. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so that's how I know of him. Not that I've participated in any of them because they're all crazy stipulations like no Rising Rush and no this or that, no Zenkai characters, no I get it.
No perfect advantage.
No
Yeah,
side
I
step.
get it, but it's it shouldn't be up to the player base to try
To
and
put those
remove
limitations
facets
in.
of the game to balance it. That's
No blast cards.
Yeah, no green cards.
Play that, dude. Oh god damn.
You're not allowed to sideswipe or move in any direction at all.
No charging. No nothing. Just stand there.
No 3D movements. That's funny as hell.
No characters.
Alright.
Just side them in.
Okay, I think this is where we call it, guys.
Yeah, we're out.
Yeah, we're
Alrighty.
good. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, hope you all have a grand week. Stay safe out there.
Have a good
Crazy
night.
world.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Yes. Yeah. Stay
There'll be a
indoors
lot
too.
to talk about next week too.
Don't leave.
By the way,
Will be what next week?
a lot to talk about next week.
Oh yeah, because that's when they drop. Well, I hope they drop the 2nd and 3rd video before the next week, so we can understand what the hell they're doing. Because we know it's new units, but what else? That's what I
We'll
really want to see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right.
Sweet.
Deuces.
All right, see you guys.
Yep.
Peace.
Have a good one.